Alright, we're back. Had my dinner. And I figured I might as well ask because I literally only noticed it like when I flipped on the stream and... Not flipped on the stream. Flipped on the game and took a look at the title screen again and just... What is Katra and Rosette looking at? Everybody else is kind of looking at something in frame, and then they're staring off towards, I think, the entrance. Maybe somebody that they both are knowledgeable about will show up later in the chapter. It could be like a light teaser. Alright. We have another side quest before we actually move on with the story. You Gracio? We're from Market Solutions. Ah, so you're the ones I've been hearing about. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Gracio, yes, and I represent Anchorville City Hall's tourism branch. There's no need to be so formal. Feels a little strange in a place like this. Get in every day to get a 4SPG from someone in the government. And so, I expect my request should be right up your alley. Now, allow me to explain the situation. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Gracio. At least wait for me. Who's that? My apologies, Mr. Bannings. Wait. Oh, this your boss? Please, allow me to introduce... The Fixers, right? I've heard the rumors. Any relation? I'm assuming no, but there might be. I'm pretty sure not. You're right that we don't normally consider asking for outside help. But Gracer here has been making the case that we should reach out to you. Seeing as the buck ends with me as the manager, I'll be sitting in on this meeting. A weird, serious look right there. Fine with me, so what's the deal with the request? As you can imagine, our tourism branch is in charge of Anchorville's PR and their facility and Anchorville's PR and facility management insofar as they relate to tourism. That includes cooperating with certain sites and used to reserve lodging. It's a service that books accommodations for you, yeah? I've seen a few before. It's a little strange for the city to be involved like this, though. Well, we don't just think of ourselves as a transportation hub or a rest stop on the way to the capital. So we provide information to tourists about our various attractions and recommend accommodations and discounts they can use while they're here. We're also running a popular support campaign in conjunction with the space program offering partial rebates for lodging. Because of that, we've been getting more and more reservations than we ever thought possible. Wow, normally people just skip right by us since we're so close to the capital. Sounds like you jumped on the space program bandwagon at just right time. Oh, Aaron. More to the point, the request makes it sound like you run into some trouble. Yes. For starters, some of the rooms the guests reserved ended up being occupied before they even made it to the hotel. One group reserved the suite and ended up with a conference room. And there was even a prepaid reservation that had no record of payment, causing the guests to lose out on the room. Such problems have been frequent, but only at lodgings registered on the site within the city. Only at Anchorville lodgings. That is strange. Did City Hall figure anything out? Not a thing, unfortunately. We don't know if this is an issue with the site, an error by a third party, or even some kind of crime. Whatever the case, we'd really like to get this taken care of quickly. In addition to affecting business operations, they've also resulted in a number of claims being made against us. I heard rumors about you while all this has been going on. Apparently you're familiar with the Orbital Network and other new technologies. We would appreciate your assistance. Well, obviously we have to accept. Alright, we accept. Really? That's reassuring. Normally I'd say it's the city to clean its own mess. But if everything is in order, I'll leave the rest to Gracio. I'll still be keeping an eye on things though. We'll see whether or not you're like the rumors say. I don't get the feeling he trusts us. Can't blame him. Even if our reputation's been growing, the work we do ain't exactly on the up and up. Now, we'd like to hurry up and get started, but we can't until we know where the issues actually occurred. Of course, that'll be at Hotel Merquille, on the back street and the boarding house operating in the southeastern part of town. We already spoken to the people in charge, so I'll leave the rest to you. One more thing before you go. Here. Horatio held out an envelope filled with Mira. Huh? What's this? What do you mean? This is the advance payment, of course. I believe what we need was made clear in our request. Please accept it. We only want this problem to be taken care of quickly. Naturally, you'll be provided much greater remuneration upon the completion of the job. This is more like how we did transactions as mercenaries. Yeah, thanks for the offer, but we only accept payment after a request is completed. Hard to guess how much overhead we'll be dealing with, and you pay us after we've wrapped things up? Is that so? Well, if you say so. Yeah, that's sketch. We'll let you know if we find anything, so don't worry. First, we'll need to check out Hotel Merquille and the boarding house by the station, right? Yeah, let's get started.
Let's resolve this however we can.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure most of the details are, said, outright from the rumors. That, they just do essentially a time spent as how much money will be, charged type of deal. And money up front is, I guess, not accepted. Flavored water. I trust you have things taken care of here. I've prepared a nice reward for all your trouble, so do your best. Always do your best. Horatio went and commissioned this job on his own. Normally we'd investigate a case like this within City Hall. Anyway, try not to do anything too suspicious, got it? What do you take us for?
Let me ask you something.
Welcome. Did you have a reservation? Nah, just some questions. We're on behalf of City Hall regarding a certain incident. I see. This is about the booking site. Yes, our hotel's registered. Thanks to the tourism support campaign, the number of guests staying with us has increased over the last few years. Sounds like the number of problems has gone up too, am I right? Yes, just the other day we had an issue that affected 2 of our guests. Their reservations overlapped for the same room. Does that mean there was someone able to reserve the same room at the same time? That definitely sounds like a problem. Somebody doesn't have the correct SQL checks in their database. Indeed, the room in question sits facing the river with an excellent view of the city. After some discussion, we were able to move the guest who made their reservation second to a room on the other side of the hotel. To compensate them, we provided upgraded dining privileges and other benefits. However, the tourism support campaign ultimately failed to provide them with the rebate. Our guests were fairly dissatisfied as a result. That's pretty rough. Seems travel and trouble go hand in hand. It was starting a strain on the hotel too, wasn't it? Honestly, it's been nice not having to worry about profits recently. Needless to say, we're happy about the increase in visitors. It's just that the growing number of issues is becoming a problem. We reached out to the booking site to try and prevent this from happening again, but they said they couldn't identify the problem. No clues about the cause, huh? Would you be willing to share your communications with the booking site from the time of the incident? After you've deleted your guest's personal information, of course. I suppose I could provide that much. Just a moment, please. The manager provided the data regarding the booking site. We'll see if it comes in handy.
May I have a word?
We rarely have double-booked rooms or similar issues, but these kinds of things can happen when people make reservations through the Orbinet. We might need to train staff on what to do in case something like this should happen again. boarding house owner.
If I may trouble you a moment.
We had to deal with complaints all day yesterday. We really need City Hall to do something about this as soon as possible. Excuse me, are you the person in charge here? Sorry to interrupt while you're so busy. Got a minute to chat? And you are? You're here on behalf of the City Hall about the booking site problems. Then I'm glad to see you. Honestly, these issues have worn me out. We were told that you have an old apartment that you've been renting out as temporary lodging. Would you mind telling us about some of the troubles you've been having? Just the other day, a guest told me they made a reservation on the site, but we hadn't gotten a notification about it at all. There was nothing we could do to accommodate them at the time since we were full. Reservation that shouldn't have gone through. Sounds like it's been a common issue. And it ended up happening with the guest. Well, we helped them find another hotel to stay in. But it's troublesome having to deal with these unforeseen issues, including returning the mirror they said they already paid. The new hotel didn't fall under the ongoing tourism campaign, so the guests lost out on the rebate too. Since we were so busy helping them, we couldn't deal with our normal guests, resulting in a number of complaints. Sounds rough for such a small operation. Did they not find any flaws in the booking site system? It depends on how complete the system is, but that's the first place I'd look after taking everything into account. We asked, but they told us they couldn't figure out where the problem originated. The site only just started operating, and there haven't been any similar issues elsewhere. I've definitely seen an increase in the people staying with us as they register on the tourism guide's recommendation. I mean, I think we know why people are coming into this town in droves. But if I'm going to have to keep dealing with these things like this, then I might have to back out. More people, more problems, I guess. But something does feel off. Mind if we take a look at the computer you use for reservations? We'd like to take a peek at the data from that day, just in case. Not at all. Here, I'll show you the way. Van entered the boarding house and borrowed the data from the computer. We managed to get information from both the hotel and the boarding house that Gracio mentioned. Sounds like both of them had problems at the site, but got no answers about why. We've investigated the data we received, and it appears that the guests experiencing the problems are using different booking sites. There were records of other such cases as well, but there doesn't seem to be any common threads regarding the sites they used. Sounds like it's not a bug in the reservation system itself. Could be something on the outside, or maybe a problem with the lodging. Either's possible. I hate to doubt the people in my own hometown, but should we get my mom involved? Miss Chloe? Yeah, La Nuit des Chat Noir may not be a hotel, but the guest rooms typically go unused. But it is pretty famous in the area. The tourism branch has probably reached out to her before. She must know something about what's been going on. You're probably right. We ought to check in with her. Then let's head over there now. Yay. The former Grimcat's thoughts. Let's bring it up with this guy. The other day was really rough, so I'm glad things turned out alright. I'm grateful the tourism support campaign will just help get more guests onto our site to make reservations. But if we're going to get numbers like these going forward, then I think we need to think some things through. Oh yeah, I'm curious. Let's check in with them and see if they comment on the completed monster request. Nope. No comments.
See you later, Judith.
Yeah, we never took a look at all the posters. Dang. The posters are so far away, it's hard to get a good look. Forest. You got like one poster for each of them. Alright.
May I have a word?
Oh, you're all back. Looks like you're in the middle of a forest PG. Your face would suggest you need something from me. That's my mom. Nothing gets past her. We wanted to hear your thoughts about our current 4SPG. After calling out to the members of the crew standing by, they gathered at a corner booth to talk. This is the place that they were sitting at in the title screen, which means both Rosette and Katja were looking at the wall. Yes, I was approached by City Hall's tourism branch not too long ago. They said they would provide monetary assistance and wondered if I wouldn't open up the second floor rooms to booking. Of course, given the secrets we keep, I had to turn them down. It sure would have made the place a lot more lively. Having more outsiders around would make it a little harder for the cats to play. Want to protect your secrets? Then you'd be better off locking up Judith in her room. What's that supposed to mean? I'm pretty sure there's only one possible implication. You too, Katra? Anyway, that's the situation as it stands now. You hear anything about it? We know it ain't just a bug with the booking site. I heard about what happened at the hotel and the boarding house. But there's something else that I found interesting. Regarding the tourism support campaign. A tourism support campaign? That's the rebate offered on the reservations made through the site. Yes, but it doesn't apply to everyone. There are a few conditions. You have to use the site, fill out a survey regarding the usage, and so on. Anchorville City Hall ultimately has the final say. The problem, though, is timing. I looked into it. City Hall was making their decision after the reservation was confirmed, but before the info was sent to the hotel. That means City Hall's the one stopping the information from going through? The information on the reservation was only sent to the hotel after a determination was made. It certainly seems like a strange system, doesn't it? It does. There's no reason for City Hall to get in the middle of the reservation process. And also that would make the double booking part in the same room kind of weird. Payments could get cancelled. Whether or not someone qualifies for the rebate should be decided after their stay. That's how other campaigns like this tend to handle it anyway. Begs the question, who's in charge of making these determinations? I've already looked into it. It's none other than the tourism branch's own Gracio. Our client, huh? This is starting to stink. But why? What for? It seems a little too complex to be a prank. But it's not like either the guests or the lodging are suffering much in damages. Hotels only lose a little bit of time and cost in compensating their guests. And it's not like any guests have been tricked out of something. Not publicly, anyway. Be something like that. That could be something like that's happening, but just never got brought to our attention. Oh, it sounds like you got something in mind. Yeah, but I still got a few questions. Thanks, though. Managed to straighten some things out. And match your reputation. You're quite welcome. I don't really get it. We may have to start asking our questions more directly. Yes, then let's head to Anchorville City Hall.
Got a question for you.
I'd be pleased you found a way forward. The rest is in your hands. Just make sure you finish the job, alright? We're on it, Mom.
See you later, Judith.
We'll make it there eventually. It took the long way. I do not know the layout of this place very well.
Wait a moment.
Our great solutions. How's the request coming along? Do you have an idea of when we'll be able to put this behind us? Yeah, we've talked to everyone involved. Is that so? Glad. Perhaps we should go into that meeting room for your report. Nah, here's good. Because it looks like we've got to clear up some misunderstandings. And what does that mean exactly? Oh, it was supposed to be a bribe. That's what the starting mirror was supposed to be. Wink. Sounds to me like your investigation into the booking site is complete. Did you figure out what was causing the problems? Yeah, we sure did. Having you here works out. It'll be much quicker if you're involved. Say what? Man. me start with our conclusions. The problems with the booking site that have been popping up are caused by you, our client. What? What are you saying? So it was him. That would certainly explain a lot if he's our guy. Yes, including the true reason behind the trouble. You kindly elaborate? Trouble isn't caused by the site itself, nor by the lodgings or the guests. It's a question of who caused the problems and why. The correct issue is the discrepancy between the reservations the guests made and the information the accommodations received. Crack theory is that he's working for AD and deliberately sabotaging it, so more people make reservations than is possible. Therefore, more people in town to mind control. Based on the fact that this problem is only happening in Anchorville regardless of the site being used, and given the systems in place for the tourism support campaign, we were able to narrow down the list of third parties involved. The culprit in question intentionally created trouble for lodgings by falsifying reservation information. Hold on a second. Why would anyone do that? Sure, there were issues, but the payments people made were refunded properly, and they were even compensated for their trouble, unless he was also pocketing the money. Nobody stands to get anything. Why would somebody really go through that much trouble just to cause problems? Not normally, no. You're right on that account. Especially if there wasn't the potential for a major payout that could offset the risk of being caught. But you must have an idea as to why someone would do this, Mr. Bannings. But there's nothing to gain from it. Though there is one thing, something only someone within the tourism branch would know about. Something so few people ever deal with that it would easily go under the radar. You mean... like, I'm assuming the rebate money. The rebate mirror from the canceled reservations? Yeah, probably. With reservation information altered, guests would be forced to cancel the tourism campaign. But the funds are still requested from when the reservation's completed. Our culprit in question exploited that gap and embezzled funds from cancellations. It's the kind of thing only one person has access to. The person who makes the determination. In other words, you. There has been some talk up the ladder at City Hall. It was discovered that the reports didn't match the approved budgets, which means someone from inside the organization was up to something. An investigation has been pending. Gracio, mind giving me a look at your computer? It's not true, sir. I'll never embezzle money. I only wanted to bring some life into this town. Before I knew it, I had all this mirror at my fingertips, more than I'd ever seen. No, that's not what I meant to say. Yeah. Well, I guess we managed to put that mystery to rest. Well, whatever. At least we figured things out. What's the deal? This isn't what I was told. Gracio? You're the Spriggan, aren't you? You fix things, right? You'll do whatever you have to for Mirror, even making crimes disappear. Didn't you read my request properly? Huh? Your request? Word on the street is that orbital network issues are within your area of expertise. Would you be able to help me clean up this mess? I had a feeling we weren't on the same page. Damn. So we had two people trying to abuse the 4SPG Spriggan deal in a row. He expected us to help cover up his crime. Think there could ever be such a mistake. What a huge misunderstanding. I did nothing wrong. A devil made me do it. If only he had just helped me cover everything up instead of blabbing about the whole thing. What kind of solutions are you? My whole life is over. Gracio. What a joke. Saying anything else at this point is just meddling, but we did accept his request. What are we gonna do? Calm him down to reason seems reasonable. Pressure him into shutting up just sounds very funny, but... Stop blaming others. Seriously. The devil made you do it? The hell it did. This is you getting served your just desserts. You even dug your own grave by hiring us. You can't accept any blame. Never be able to start over. Start over? How am I supposed to start over? That's up to you. I ain't gonna lie and tell you it's easy. But starting over is just the bare minimum. Especially considering you put up that 4 SPG. Guys... We apologize for making a scene. We ain't trying to stand out any more than we already have. So, do you mind taking him to another room and calling the cops for us? No, I don't mind. And so, a calmer Grazio was taken to another room. To prevent the disturbance from spreading, he was handed over to the police via back door. After a time, an air of peace returned to the tumultuous city hall. I hope you'll all forgive me. I never expected things to turn out like this. If it's any consolation, I was at least able to arrange for the payment on Gracio's behalf. You did solve the problem with the reservations, after all. Seeing how things went, I also want to ask for a bonus. But I'll let it slide. It's partially our fault for not noticing the issue earlier. Man, don't tell me you feel sorry for the bastard. I'm not that naive. Depending on the client, it's not impossible that we accept that kind of request. But we're not obligated to help someone who just wants to avoid paying for their crimes. You're right, it simply isn't our way. I see, so this is a Spriggan. I'm ashamed to admit I was on my guard against you. That's because I heard you did jobs for the underworld. That does sound like an appropriate reaction. It's a shame things turned out like this, but I think your tourism plan is still a great idea. Please keep doing what you can to make our town a great place to visit. Of course. We'll have to restructure our campaign, though, and earn back the trust of the people we've made problems for. Good luck. Oh, the fallout, too. As for us, it's time we took our leave. 2 SP
Well
gap.
done, everyone.
Because we're schmert.
Confirmed.
Okay, I think that about covers every place there is to see. We've gone through most of the 4 SPGs, too. No sign of those masked guys or the white replica. Right, they're still at large. Perhaps we ought to gather everyone together and discuss the matter. Yeah, I'm curious what Mom thinks. Let's head back to Chat Noir.
Please wait a moment.
For once, they didn't say the entire name of it. It's hard to believe such a serious hard worker was embezzling funds. Seems I misjudged Gracio as bad as I misjudged you folks. Shows you can never really know someone just from how they appear. I'd better learn from my nephew back in Crossbell so that I can be a better judge of character. He is related. Okay. So he's his uncle. Neat. Now I get it. Name Bannings was ringing a bell. I got a nephew over in Crossbell, I see. I'm really proud of the kid. He's a model member of the police and works harder than anyone. I need to learn from his example and figure out how to be a better judge of character. Yeah, seize that truth.
There's so many
Dan's group met up with the reserve team members. Chloe joined them as well, and they all discussed their thoughts about the current state of affairs in Anchorville. At present, there is no sign of that the Vestiges are here in Anchorville. And yet you feel as though something is out of place. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, telltale sign of that was the 4 SPGs posted around the city. I agree, there was something different about them compared to the usual fare in Edith and in other places. All of them asking us to cover up embezzlement and to silence people just because some accusations were thrown their way. But did they think they were going to leap at the chance to sink our careers and be sent up the river? I got none against taking jobs from people on the opposite end of the law, only if doing so makes sense. Or at least, that's what I did when I first opened shop, but I hardly ever take those kind of gigs now, whether in Edith or on trips. If I'm being real, both these 4 SPGs were so twisted, they left a real nasty taste in my mouth. And this time I asked Mom to spread word about the 4 SPGs. Basically, I informed my cafe regulars about them through subtle means. If the information was misinterpreted and thereby distorted before it spread, then I believe I'm the one to blame. Unless it was an act of sabotage. You don't mean... Are you suggesting someone deliberately distorted the information? Called a hunch. It's not like I have any proof, but something smells off about this. I'll confound the Spriggan to make him suffer. That's the stench of malice that's assaulting my senses. The stench of malice? Are you saying that they deliberately spread misinformation just to harass you? Like I said, just a hunch. But that's not what's important here. The main issue on the table is the sudden heel turn they did. Got a call from the police and the guild a bit ago, right? Yes, on account of our two former clients. There are investigations and there are several points of commonality between them. Like what? They had no recollection of the moment wherein they were cornered and subsequently lost their composure. Moreover, they had recently been admitted to Anchorville General Hospital. Wait, what the shit? Part about losing their memory reminds me of Jeffrey. This can't be coincidence. Something's fishy about that hospital. Yeah, there's too many things that point back to the place. Getting another weird hospital moment. It's been a long time. First time it happened was in not Azure. It was in Zero. I remember Bond was on the Gnosis. That hospital's many inpatients from Eda too, not just locals. It'd feel awkward poking my nose around there without just cause, but maybe we can at least pay it a visit. That may not be a bad course of action. Just tread carefully if you decide to take it. The notion that something is going on at that hospital has me wary. Possible even that conclusion was put in our heads by our mystery tall tale teller. Honestly, from what I'm sensing about his character, not some big fish we're stressing about. The opposite, in fact. Even so, we should still look into it. The hospital's a quick walk from the street in front of the city hall. Though with a group as big as ours, we'll definitely draw attention to ourselves. Might be better if some people stayed behind. Good point. Let's bring along people who blend in more naturally. I'd like to clamp down on the thick survive if we can. Then why don't we bring Barry, Katra, and me along? That could work. The chances of us arousing suspicion and being questioned would be minimal. We'll go undercover and have our comms, just in case. Do be careful and make sure you're prepared before heading in. That is, incredibly suspicious.
We have all kinds of fresh vegetables.
Bernard got hit by the truck. What's going on over here?
There's so many pigeons!
I look forward to covering tomorrow's ceremony. Also, I've heard there's been some trouble in this city for business. Sorry, I don't know anything about that. If you have questions about the city, then you should use the designated channels, Mr. Edwin. Tough as ever, aren't you, Secretary Kaori? Does he report for the news agency? I'm impressed he's already caught on to what's happening. Indeed, he has a nose to rival Mr. Arkwright's. He can sniff out leads on his own. Clearly, he's no ordinary reporter. We'll proceed with tomorrow's coverage as planned. Now, if you'll excuse me. Secretary's impregnable as always. Any other new people just randomly in the city? Might as well make sure Katra, Barry, and Rosette all have their equipment in order.
Shifting to maintenance mode. That's a single element slot.
Anything good here? Not really. Guess I'll throw that on.
Skills modified. That's a single element slot.
Who has this? Rosette.
Skills modified.
Let's see. What can we replace here? Because we need action 1 and action 2 and action 3. We'll steal it from
Skills modified.
inactive party members.
Skills modified.
Oh, we're gonna have to steal that back from for when we move on to Kevin's route. This should be fine. We just want to make sure everyone's up to
me.
speed. I'm so funny. Alright, let's see. Action. Okay, everyone in our current party has it, but we have 9 party members. Or do we have 10? We have 9.
Shifting to maintenance.
And we only have 8
You may
action
leave this to me.
3s. And I don't want to spend our new material pluses, or else we're not going to be able to upgrade our weapons later on. Let's see. Oh, Crow has one.
Your skills have
Stolen.
changed.
I'll drop the EP1.
Your skills have changed.
Get rid of shield 1 as well.
New shark skill available. Maintenance mode engaged.
And she's all set. Perfect.
That one's a single element slot.
Is there an improved burst gain? Burst gain 2. It is... Oh, we could actually get that.
Looks like a new shark skill.
What is burst gain 2? 8% HP and 8 craft points. 50% chance of it happening, too. Pretty good.
Let's tune her up.
I
That's a
forget.
single
What's-
element slot, man.
What's Guardian? Guardian is... Mirage and Earth. Yeah, we need more, like... We need more rank 3 stuff. How much I could do about that, though? Feeling that from Jin.
Short skills remixed.
Okay, okay, okay. If we need to swap stuff around, we will reload our save file. Or just steal it while we're in there. Tinkerville General Hospital is just up ahead. As we begin our investigation, I imagine we'll be in there for a while. Beyond this point, the party will temporarily be locked to Van, Anya's Ferry, Katra, and one other person, and this round, the city will end. And one other person, you say? Okay, that's what they mean. Really? They lock them on standby? That's weird. Well, I guess Judith would stick out too much. Burgard would definitely stick out too much. I feel like Reset would be fine. I guess we'll go with Ren. How could we possibly go wrong with that? So we should give her an Action 3 and a Action 1. Feel that from Aaron. Let's do that one from me. We'll eventually get more time quartz, and we'll be able to upgrade.
Shifting to maintenance.
Until then,
Need a tune-up? I'm all over it.
we're good. You have I choose change equipment, and there we go. I was looking at the wrong menu. I want to make sure she actually had accessories equipped. Improvement. Magic Booster is the best possible one that they could have at the moment. Suparna, we actually have Suparna 3. And Rastaban is just a better one. And he has Braver. Celis has the improved version of it. So I say we steal it from Celis. We didn't swap friends out. Oopsies. I think we missed 2 people, actually. Anchorville General Hospital. Thank you, title card. This is a pretty big hospital. It looks a little bit like the Basel Institute of Science, don't you think? Both are pristine, state-of-the-art buildings, so I can see their resemblance for certain. Bet you're curious if this looks good on the... Bet you're curious if it looks this good on the inside. Want to head in?
Let's have a look. I feel much more at ease.
Turn garden entrance. Thank you for the tokens.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Search time. Another patient.
That's not the door I entered from. Oh, it does remind me of the Basel Institute of Science. Yeah, it really gives off the same vibes. Kinda has a funny scent though, doesn't it? That's probably the disinfectants you're smelling. They do seem to take ventilation seriously here. Their computer systems for reception look brand new, so the hospital must be making a lot of money. There's even a VIP ward. Perhaps that's for politicians and executives for when they're embroiled in scandals. Just so we're clear, the 2 clients from our 4 SPGs weren't VIPs or anything. They were just regular patients who came here to get their regular symptoms treated. With that in mind, let's see what we can dig up here in the lobby. Fair warning, I'll be doing it my way. You guys still want to lend a hand? Of course, I'll see what I can discover. For starters, I can tell there are a lot of people still waiting to be checked in addition to visitors and current patients. Not to mention the nurses, doctors, receptionists, and security guard. I'll see what I can dig up on them. Maybe I'd be more help if I didn't try talking to anybody. He's right though. Someone as innocent as you could definitely put people off their guard. You think? Just so you know, I'm an adult by Kruger standards. Of course you are, my apologies. I look forward to seeing what your intuition can shake loose. If you notice anything, you just let us know, okay, Fairy? Now, where should we begin our investigation? Well, we could start by seeing if there are any leads related to visitors. Then check out the hospital's infrastructure and facilities, see if anything feels off. If we do that, we'll get right to the core of the matter. Topics: hospital management and suspicious patients obtained. Gather relevant information using the topic based on who you're questioning. Based. Talk to people. Ta-da! This is for you, Yudo. Oh, you got me the book series I wanted. Are you okay? Are you sure it's okay for me to have this? Of course. I saved all my allowance to buy it, so you better take good care of it. Thank you. I'll do my best with the surgery. Yeah, get well soon so we can play together again. Yuto and I grew up in the same neighborhood. We used to hang out a lot. He's been in the hospital for almost 2 years now. Though. I come by for visits whenever I can. I hope he gets better soon. So happy. Having these novels makes me feel like I can keep fighting my illness. Luna comes to visit me a lot. I really want to give her something as thanks, but what's she like? I've been feeling better lately, so maybe I can ask Dr. Hussein if I can go out. I'm guessing, like, we'll actually lose SP if we bring up the wrong topics. This one would probably be suspicious patients.
May I have a word?
At the time I've been standing guard here, at least, I haven't seen anyone acting suspicious. But it's possible that someone might have only started acting odd after they entered the place. Can we bring up
Do you
both?
have a moment?
Guess we can bring up both. I don't work directly for the hospital. I'm just a contracted security guard, so I don't know much about the situation with management. You'd probably be better off asking full-time staff, or even some of the long-term patients. Welcome to Anchorville Hospital, some of the best facilities in Calvert. We partner with the National Medical University of Rimaferia, conducting research on the treatment of rare diseases. Many patients come from far and wide to get treated here, so we know how important it is that we live up to their expectations. Many patients come from far and wide to get treated here, so we know how important it is that we live up to their expectations. Of course, it's not like this place doesn't have its share of problems. We just really wish upper management would get their act together.
Attention all patients.
Betsy. Came here to Anchorville for a routine exam, only to be told I needed to be admitted here for testing. What's going on? Do I have some sort of serious illness? No, I can't let myself get all panicked, and that little boy's giving it his all to get better. And to think of it, when Necro comes to visit him, the atmosphere gets all lovey-dovey. Damn it, I'm jealous as hell of those kids and their young love. That settles it. Once I get a clean bill of health, I'm going to get myself a boyfriend.
Let's have a look.
Much easier than a guy trying to get themselves a girlfriend. Hello there. This is the pediatric examination room. Our hospital is very committed to pediatric care, though it's something I personally care about as well. Larger hospitals like this one have their own unique issues. We want to provide the best possible medical care we can for children. That doctor almost reminds me a little of Inspector Deswani. I wonder if he comes from the same part of the Central East. Yeah, they might both have some lineage from the southern part of the Central East. Could be. What I hear, the place gets super hot, but I've never been myself. Well, regardless of where the guy comes from, the fact that he's here at the hospital means he's the best of the best of what he does. I studied cardiovascular surgery at my university in Rimaferia. However, due to the medical director's political ambitions, I have had to work more in pediatric medicine. But I can't complain too much. After all, it helped open my door to my learning about pediatric heart surgery. It's a wonderful thing, being able to treat children like you who have serious heart diseases.
Let's have a look.
Going deep into the hospital here. I'm so over this. I desperately want to do anything but work. Upper management here has way too many scandals. Not only that, but they keep sticking their noses in our day-to-day work. All in the name of efficiency. Well, it's an efficient way to drop my motivation down to zero. At least I'm still getting a salary. Oh, and just so you know, I'm only here to grab some medicine from the storage. Not slacking off, got it, just for the record.
Let's do a search.
I'm not sure if I believe you.
Beginning search. Let's do a search.
Just trying to see if we can spot anything.
Let's do a search.
Attention all patients. Be advised that certain departments are experiencing
Nothing else that's new. I guess I'll start back here. Nurse Plume? Plume, I think you put an entire extra digit on your order sheet again. How many years worth were you planning to order? Also, the patient in room 214 mentioned they've been asking for a blanket, but you never got one. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I went to go get a blanket, but I accidentally brought in a cushion this morning instead. But that patient seems to always be cold, so maybe if I brought in a heater, that would be even better. Bloom, all you have to do is bring the patient a regular blanket like they asked for. You make more mistakes every time you overthink something. Just stick to the basics. But really? But Nurse Finlay always says it's important to be thoughtful. Yes, that's good, but if it means making a mountain of mistakes in the process, that's different. Any suspicious patients?
Have a moment.
Oh. You want to know if strange people have been visiting the hospital? Yes, I've heard some rumors and they make me feel a little uneasy. And you mean like someone who's being suspicious, right? Not someone who's acting strange because of an illness? Right, nothing about someone's health or anything like that. Like, did anyone else suspicious come by? Maybe they were acting shady or really frantic even. Okay, maybe. Now, we did have a few patients coming in the last couple of days who acted like that. Really? But it's probably just a coincidence, you know? I'm not allowed to tell you anything confidential, but We're only here for little bitty things like standard checkups. It's probably nothing. Anxious or nervous people come here all the time. We just happen to get a bunch in all at once this time. I see. Sorry to take up your time. Might as well bring up the other topic. Go all the way. Hospital
Got a question
management.
for you.
Attention all
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to talk about the operation with anyone who isn't involved. Okay.
Please fill out a medical questionnaire and wait for your turn to be called.
Let's see. Next up is the outpatient department. How many do we have waiting? We're still short on staff. Not only that, but we're starting to get backed up on the night shift tasks. Maybe it's about time I bring these issues directly to the department head. Stop. Hello, is this your first time here? Please complete this medical history form for us in that case. This time of day is usually busy, so we call patients in by number. Got it. I'll go wait my turn then. I'll need to gather information without standing out too much.
What would you like?
Blue Cross lanyard. A neck strap with a Blue Cross pattern, popular among healthcare professionals.
Take care now.
Granny O'Hara.
Attention all
This hospital's full of outstanding doctors and nurses. I was hospitalized for a long time, but it's probably only because of the staff here that I was finally able to recover. I'm truly grateful to all of them. Okay. It's hospital
Excuse me?
management. Getting cutscened. As for the hospital's management, well, it all happened so long ago. But there was something that I could share. You tell. Whatever's on your mind. Well, you see, the hospital closed suddenly in the middle of December last year. When it reopened, the medical director had been replaced. It was all quite hectic. I don't know the specifics, but I sure was lucky I had already been discharged from the hospital. The middle of December? Is that when people with ties to Almada were arrested? Yeah, very suspicious, especially since we don't know why the hospital was shut down. That's so. Sounds like you're pretty fortunate. Oh yes, a lot of other people were really inconvenienced. Oh, and I just remembered one other thing about the place. Only it's an even older story. That's fine, I don't mind. Well, before the hospital shut down, I heard a lot of construction work has been coming and going. There's a secret dungeon underneath the hospital. I thought they must have been working on some large-scale project, but nothing was even visibly remodeled. My first guess would be that they work somewhere patients don't have access to, or on something like water lines. Perhaps they were involved in that VIP ward rumors speak of. That's what I figured, but the staff hadn't heard anything about it. The room I stayed in when I was hospitalized had a view of the VIP ward, but there wasn't anything untoward about it. The timing of it definitely raises a red flag. The next step is investigating what happened while the hospital was closed. New topic. Hospital closure obtained. We're gonna go over everything.
Excuse me?
A strange patient, you say? I'm sorry, no one comes to mind. Many people come and go here every day, so I'm afraid I don't recall the other patients too clearly.
fill out a medical questionnaire and wait for your turn to be called.
So we can't bring it up with the people we've already talked to. So like we can't go back to him and talk about the construction or the lady over there. Medical Director Heinemann. Well, it seems the patients in the VIP ward are happy, so we should be fine for a while.
Departments are experiencing congestion.
Oh, you patient? Patients? That's quite a large group.
Questionnaire and
Regardless, go ask people at the reception desk for whatever you need. Well, you can ask them for the details. I'm not familiar with the field myself. Our hospital is, of course, open for nighttime appointments. Grant's been so busy lately, the ENT department is open 24 hours anyway. Honestly, if Grant were just a bit more considerate, he'd make an excellent subordinate.
be advised that certain departments are experiencing congestion.
Pardon me.
Please fill out a medical questionnaire.
Why should I have to explain anything to an outsider? Yes, there have been many... There may have been a lot going on at the end of last year, but things have been stable since I became head of the department. So he's the new medical
Do you
director.
have a moment?
For matters like that, go ask the general staff. I'm a very busy man, you know. I haven't had the time to involve myself with every single patient.
All patients, be advised that certain
Gotcha,
departments
Heinemann.
are experiencing congestion at this time.
Excuse me?
Please fill out a medical
Why, I think I've seen all of you in the capital. Didn't you used to work with Paulette? That's right. You said something about working at Anchorville's hospital. How about perfect timing? We just stopped by on some errands. Got a minute? Finlay sounds familiar, but I don't exactly remember. I see. Sounds like you've been looking after Paulette. I understand. Is there something you wanted to know in particular? You mean when medical services were suspended? It was mentioned briefly in the Eden newsletter. It came to light that the former medical director was colluding with a patient in the VIP ward. I just got reminded that we didn't read the daily news thing. We'll do it when we gain access of our party again. Oh, I didn't read that. It came to light that the former medical director was colluding with a patient in the VIP ward. Sounds like the rumors about the VIP ward were true. Yeah, but would they really have to shut down the whole hospital to arrest one man for collusion? A lot of people suffered because of the closure. Good point. Let's keep pressing. I see. Sounds like a lot happened. But if the hospital suspended services, there must have been a major investigation, right? Sure. Investigating came and seized a lot of documents. I think some government agencies conducted investigations of their own too. It's hard to believe they'd have such a huge turnout for good old-fashioned collusion. The government agency that did their own independent legwork was probably the CID. And if you consider the timing of when the investigation took place, yep, our former department head likely had ties with Almada. Sounds like a lot of trouble. Yes, it was a challenging period for the hospital. To be honest, it hasn't gotten much better even with the new medical director. Why not? Is something going on now? Well, I'm not permitted to talk about it publicly, but suffice it to say, the new guy has skeletons of his own. In addition to his questionable work ethic, he's always trying to entertain people and build connections. And since he takes staff along for his social calls, it's been difficult for us to meet demand here at the hospital. Didn't we see Heinemann at a strip club or something in in Edith? It sounds like things haven't changed much since the previous guy was arrested. And tonight sounds like he's got a case of the collusions. Apparently that VIP ward's still being used for the same kinds of patients. Anyway, sorry to give you another headache when things are so rough. It's fine, I'm used to it, I'll be okay. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you too. Good luck. Wait, Yun Kafai is here. That old dude.
Hey there, Karen. Look who's here.
Oh, hello there, sir. Thanks for your help looking into that issue last night. I'm sorry, but we're a little busy right now. I hope you don't mind waiting a bit.
Oh, that's no problem at all. I'll just hang around. Since I'm here and all, maybe I'll chat up some nurses.
Oh, you. Everyone is busy right now, so try not to bother them, okay? You're number 92, so I'll call you when we're ready.
He's harmless as long as he doesn't pull out a sword.
Sure.
Although I'm pretty sure
Say,
even
once
without a
you're off
sword,
the
he's pretty
clock,
strong.
Why don't you join me at Chat Noir and...
Now make sure you listen to what the doctor tells you.
What a character. He's wearing Eastern attire? Do you think he came from Longport? No, his clothes appear more Far Eastern. Since Fauna's here, I thought perhaps Elder Gin might have come with them. He's definitely dressed funky. Actually, I ran into him once before. Apparently he's a vagabond from the east. Really? What a coincidence. Right? Either way, sounds like he came here yesterday too. Let's hit him up and see if he knows anything. Alright. Okay. Perfect. We can read the Eaton newsletter. It's only 4 pages, so it's a short one. Maybe we'll get some interesting information. Local. Ceremony to be held at City Hall on July 12th. Anchorville City Hall announced that its 70th anniversary ceremony has been moved up from July 16th to the 12th. While no reason for the scheduled change has been given, we suspect that they wanted to coincide with the day of the rocket launch. Launch ceremonies will also be held in the capital and other areas. The anniversary ceremony will include an after-party reception for invited guests, a speech from Mayor Mason, and a concert, and the main event will be broadcast live to the public. Naturally, the broadcast of the launch will be shown at their venue as well, and Major Mason will give a congratulatory address upon its success. On the other hand, City Hall's decision has sent their employees and related business people scrambling to meet the new date. With the 12th being the day of the launch, traffic jams and congestion are a certainty, which may well create disruptions in organization and coordination among those involved in planning the ceremony. A City Hall representative had this to say in an interview with the newsletter. This is just Major Mason's sad sack attempt at a publicity stunt, and of course, the ones who have to suffer for it are the hardworking staff. Many residents are similarly perplexed by the abruptness of the change, and overall, the event seems to be on track, receiving a lukewarm response. Culture. The cultural history of the Merquill River, a symbol of Anchorville. The Merquill River, a familiar sight to the residents of Anchorville, has left a mark on history since ancient times in sundry ways. In this article, we will discuss the cultural history behind this river. First, the Merquill River's utility in transporting water has long been treasured. Before the Ober Revolution, it was used as a route connecting Oracion to Edith, and then to Basel. Ever since, Anchorville has prospered as a transportation and logistics hub. The river also holds considerable value from a strategic perspective. During the Revolution, the Revolutionary Army and the Old Kingdom's forces came to blows across the river, and the resulting battle would later be known as the turning point of the conflict. They were not only fighting to capture the stopover city, they wanted to secure a supply advantage in the form of a water route. Today, the logistical value of the Merquill River has declined, but it possesses meaning as a cultural symbol rooted in the lives of Anchorville's locals. For example, the fishing industry still makes use of the river, albeit on a small scale. Another feature of this river is its rich ecosystem, and mussels can be found there among other freshwater creatures. Hopefully we can continue to pass down the culture and history of this river and preserve its scenery and nature for future generations. Gourmet, the charm of La Nuit des Chat Noirs, known only to locals. Within Anchorville lies a brazier cafe, known only among the locals, called La Nuit des Chat Noirs. The flagship store, with its stylish signboard designed by the founder and owner, is immediately visible from the city's south entrance. Both the interior and exterior have a chic, mature vibe, and the piano performances and chanson done on occasion further enhance the atmosphere. The food is, in a word, exquisite. The flavorful dishes and desserts inherited from the previous generation are all made with love and care. Their cocktails are top of the line, too. The lovely owner is a natural conversationalist, and she will always ensure you leave the shop happier than when you came in. There may be some who recognize her from elsewhere, but that is perhaps an article from another time.
What seems to be the problem?
Search time.
Attention all patients. Be advised that
Okay.
certain departments are experiencing congestion at this time.
Tell me, Miss Karen, do you have a boyfriend?
Please fill out
I'm sure you must. After all, what man could possibly ignore a beauty like you? Oh, you. Please just sit quietly and wait a bit longer for your number to be called, sir. Pretty sure this old dude was from out of the country. Maybe you can give us an unbiased perspective. Yo, we meet again. Talk about good timing.
Oh, you're the fellow from the concert hall in Edith. Life's brought you to Anchorville too, huh?
Basically. Mind if I get your insight on a few things?
Meeting again in a place like this. Looks like fate's at work again. By the way, where's that girl you had with you the other night?
Well, stuff with her's complicated. Normally I work with these guys here.
Is that so? Well, even without her, you've still got a beauty or two with you regardless. Clearly, you're not a man to be underestimated.
That aside, you don't seem to be local to Calvert. Judging by your attire, I doubt you're from Longport either. Well, let's just say I'm from the direction of Long Life for now. You see, I was actually just vacationing in Tharbed until yesterday afternoon. Suddenly I felt like I needed a health checkup, so I came to Anchorville by train. You came all the way from Tharbad for a doctor's visit in the evening? Got some impressive stamina. I'm often on the road, so it's no problem for me. I must admit, there's a girl in my family who says I shouldn't even bother with a trip to the doctor. But my nephew and the others often insist, even when I go on vacation. I mean, what's the trouble in letting me have some fun when I'm taking a special trip through Calvert? He's really different from Burgard, but I get the sense he still enjoys life at his age. Agreed. Though like Master, there's more to him than meets the eye. Oops, on his rhythm, haven't we? Look, I'm sure your adventures are fascinating, but maybe we could get back to the matters at hand. I see. Abnormal patients, an untimely shutdown, and mysterious construction, huh? I've got a little hunch, just based on my own observations, mind you. Really? Oh yes, I spotted someone who fits the bill for your suspicious patients just last night, actually. And I've seen a few others with similar problems. Yeah? I didn't hear much from the nurse, but it sounds like they've been coming in for nightly checkups. Anything about those guys worth mentioning? Let me think. How they got their medicine, I suppose. Their medicine? Normally you'd pick up your prescription from the pharmacy before heading home after a checkup. But they never did. And yet, when I watched them leave, I noticed they had medicine in hand already. That's so. Not totally unusual to be given your medicine directly by the doctor, though. There's one other thing I noticed, but it's more related to the construction work. Tell me, have you ever visited this hospital in the middle of the night? No, we haven't. Where it is, people have been hearing a ringing sound. I did too, though it went away after I went outside. Subliminal messaging. Since it can only be heard inside, I tried to track it down. I believe the airflow in the building's creating a high-pitched noise. That makes sense. It's not uncommon for strange sounds to result from airflow due to building design and HVAC systems. Different people can hear different things, so to some people it might sound like tinnitus. The fact it happens only at night could be due to changes in temperature or atmospheric pressure. My, I'm impressed you realized that the airflow of the building was the cause. Well, I can read the wind to some degree. Anyway, some of the patients here haven't made the connection and are blaming other causes. That sounds like a problem. Even if it's only a few people who can hear it, I'm sure it'd be aggravating to listen to a constant ringing. Found from last year's construction work, it's possible nobody's looked into it yet. As a new medical director doesn't seem to hang around the hospital much. I doubt he even cares. Thanks, Gramps. Really helped us out. My pleasure. I was just killing time until my results came back anyway. Fate works in mysterious ways. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask. Hang on, I need to greet somebody. He didn't even stay in the living room long enough to hear me give a greeting. Fate works in mysterious ways, as he says. At this point, we've already gathered a lot of information. Let's take a minute to organize our thoughts. Okay, first off, our suspicious patients were mainly seen at night for their checkups. It's unclear how exactly they received their medicine. People have also reported hearing a ringing sound at night, which is caused by the building's shape and HVAC systems. Some people think it's a problem with their own health and ask for a checkup. The cause might also be related to the construction work that took place last year. Additionally, there's a chance that work has connections to Almada, just based on the timing. Good work. Dots seem to be lining up. Missing something definitive to tie it all together. From here, let's try narrowing down who our targets are and gather what information we can. To do that, we should focus on the night checkups and identify any doctors who might be suspicious. Sounds like a plan to me. Alright, time to get investigating. We'll find out just what's at the root of it all. Topics: nighttime medical care and notable doctors obtained. Gather relevant information in the topic based on who you're questioning.
That old man really was mysterious, wasn't he? He had a sort of otherworldliness to him. Like he could see right through everything.
Yeah, and thanks to him, we got ourselves a clue. Still,
Anyway, let's keep gathering information.
Seeing where any yellow exclamation points are. Yeah. Does he have any specific dialogue? There we are. Alright, now I'm done checking in. I'm going to take it easy until my name is called. The fact we met here is a sign that fate is at work. I hope you find the answers you're looking for. Yeah, thanks. Weird how he had two text blurbs. Nighttime medical care. This hospital has been letting people schedule late-night appointments for a while. Though I can't say I've ever needed them myself, so I'm not too sure what all is involved.
Do you have a
Notable
moment?
doctors. I had several doctors look after me when I was hospitalized, but none of them particularly stood out to me more than the others. All the doctors here are equally impressive, and the entire staff's dedicated to their patients. Not helpful. They didn't even put anything here to keep us from going. They just literally invisible wall it. Oops.
Do you have a moment?
I know they let you schedule appointments during the night shift, but I've never done it before, so I don't know how it works exactly. Notable
May I have a
doctors?
word?
I was only just admitted here, so I don't really have a strong impression of any of the doctors yet. I'm sure patients who are here long term probably get to know them much better.
got a question
Lifetime
for
medical
you.
care. I don't know if the people in the other departments work at night. If I know Dr. Hussein stays late, he's always looking out for me. Notable doctors.
Excuse me?
Dr. Hussein. To be honest, Dr. Hussein's probably the best doctor. He's always been good to me, and it's thanks to him that I'm doing okay. When I get sick, he'll even stay late to see me. Sounds like he's a real respectable doctor. Sounds like he's sticking around voluntarily rather than working the night shift officially. Oh, could you share your impressions of the other doctors too? Well, Dr. Grant stays late a lot, and the pharmacist, Dr. Valverine, does too. Speaking of which, she's been looking really stressed lately. She was getting flustered while looking at her documents, saying something about the numbers not adding up. That does seem concerning. In any case, we have a better idea of who the doctors are. Thank you for your help. Yeah, sorry to trouble when you got your own problems to deal with.
Do you have a moment?
We have our important cutscene for nighttime medical care. Nighttime treatment, huh? The departments all operate differently depending on the day. Dr. Grant from the ENT department has been working overtime every night these days. The medical director's been putting a lot on his plate, but that's because he's a diligent, trustworthy doctor. I see. Sounds like he's a real dedicated guy, huh? Yep, and he's always willing to help anyone who has sudden health issues or needs a checkup in the middle of the night. If you didn't really want to help people, I don't think that's... I don't think you'd go that far as a doctor. On that note, do you mind telling us which doctors are regularly available for nightly checkups? No, that varies by department, so I can't say for certain. Dr. Hussein from the pediatrics department often stays late on his own, even when he's not part of the night shift. The pharmacist often sticks around too to provide medications to patients who come in late. Gotta say, I have my doubts about the pharmacist. What do you mean? He's called Elrene, and she's got a bad attitude. She can be real careless too. I get that it's tough to work night shifts, but I can't help but feel she's going to slip up in the future. Guess every workplace is going to have someone who hates what they do. Regardless, it helps to know who's working late. Appreciate it. Alright, we've gathered plenty of info. Might be good to sit down and sort through it all. Review responses has been added to the travel menu. Oh, we can't talk to him again. Kind of interesting how they just added review responses to the map. Finally getting a look at the bigger picture. And in the way those two clients from our 4SPGs were behaving, it sounds like a certain someone in the hospital is responsible for the ongoing situation. Now I could finally start narrowing things down. Right, the person responsible is most likely... From what it sounds like, it's the pharmacist. That old man we met did say something about not knowing where suspicious patients got their medicine. Our mystery person would have to be in a position where they could tamper with prescriptions. Yeah, but those patients have been leaving without ever visiting the pharmacy. Even just to falsify a prescription, they'd still have to consult with the doctor in the examination room first. Let's not forget there was a mention that the pharmacist panicked after seeing the paperwork too. Seems to me like someone else is doing and infecting the records. Alt F4. Damn it. It's the ENT, most likely. Dr. Hussein seems like a good guy. But he's also a very likely suspect. And also he's a named character. We'll get it right eventually. I assume the lady who's stressed and pissed off would be the person. I guess we'll go with ENT Specialist Grant. ENT Specialist Dr. Grant, right? He often does night shifts and deals with people whose symptoms are similar to those we encountered in our 4SPGs. Non-life-threatening symptoms are his specialty, in other words. Don't forget, people also hear ringing in their ears at night. Some patients even thought it might be tinnitus or something. Naturally, they'd go to him. So to summarize, patients visiting at night would experience a ringing in their ears. They all came here for a different reason, but they'd all end up seeing Dr. Grant in the ENT department. If that doesn't sound fishy, I don't know what does. Even people who originally came for ENT stuff could be targets. Yep. In any case, best thing to do would be to approach Dr. Grant ourselves. So how about this? I fake an illness and get the guy to take a look at me. For you guys? Now, there's an idea. Normally we'd have to wait our turn, but a group like ours doesn't always have to play fair. Exactly right. Gosh, you can break into the hospital server in there with Theo? I can, but you want me to hack in so that you can move up the queue. You get it. That way we can talk to the shady doc without wasting the afternoon. But there are people who are seriously ill who are waiting. I'm not happy about this. But I guess it's just one of those times I'll have to put my feelings aside. Yeah, especially that doctor's up to no good. We need to act fast. Alright, it's decided. Let's find a way to access that server room. We totally earned that. A new infiltration point for Theo has been added. Use shard search inside the hospital to pinpoint access to the server room. Oh, we get to do this little minigame again.
When's my turn?
I'm picking something up. Search it out.
Attention all patients. Be advised that certain
Ah,
departments are experiencing
there it
congestion
is.
at this time.
Big vent. Sealing air duct. I'm just gonna save. Locking the decision. Oh. According to our search, this duct should lead to the server room. Then we should be able to connect to the terminal and gain control if we send Theo in. We did something similar in Messeldom, didn't we? Yeah, once we get to the terminal, we can leave it all to Theo. All you then, Catcher. Theo?
Roger. Upon locating the server room, I will access the appointment database.
Go get him, Theo. Don't touch the security lasers, Theo, that are for whatever reason in the hospital. Controlling Theo, yeah, we know how it works.
Commencing air duct infiltration. sensor detected. Engaging evasive maneuvers.
Eh.
Danger, danger!
Over here.
Item obtained.
Zerum capsule. Safe. Damn it.
Resuming infiltration.
Almost perfect. I don't think we lose SP for that.
It's Theo. It looks like we're in.
Even if we do, it's not that big of a deal. It's just 1 SP. It'll piss me off, but we'll still be able to get max rank.
We can manipulate the queue as soon as we have our number.
Well done. It's off to reception then. We ought to change up the party while we're at it so we don't look suspicious. Nice and Katra, you're with me. Rest of you stay on standby in case anything goes wrong. And let's call Reset too. You can help by using their shards to detect changes in vital signs. Got it. I'll remain on alert. Understood? I'll handle the technical backup in case things go south. Alright, time to make a reservation. Sitting aggressively. Patient 115, please head to the examination room. Look at that. Our turn already. Come on. Not suspicious at all. Oh, nope. Patient 92, thank you for waiting. Your results are ready now. Oh, that's the old man from earlier. Looks like your number got called too, Gramps. Oh, thanks again for the help earlier.
Oh, don't mention it. Well, I guess I'd better finally go see what the doctor has to say about my examination.
You're dying, because you're old.
You're Mr. Arkwright, correct? I've been told you've been having some ear problems.
Yeah, the tinnitus has been killing me the past few days. It's gotten to where I can't even focus on the job.
I see. And, it seems you brought quite an entourage with you. Well, in any case, take a seat. We can go through your symptoms together.
Severe ringing in your ears, huh? Fortunately, I have just the thing that will help solve the problem quickly. Does that mean you have an idea of what could be causing it? Well, lots of people have similar symptoms. Changes in atmospheric pressure due to the changing of the seasons could be the cause. Yeah, guess you really know what you're talking about. our sensory symptoms can be quite sensitive to change. They're easily impacted by fluctuations in our environment. The influence of high and low frequencies could affect your sense of balance and cause you to hear things, for example. I see, so our surroundings can be the cause. You know, I think I heard some people in the hospital are hearing a ringing noise too, only at night though. In the hospital? It's the first I've heard about it. Yeah, my tinnitus has actually gotten worse since I got this. Think it's related? What's your take, Doc? Not familiar with that sort of orbital device. Perhaps it's emitting a low-frequency wave. I'm detecting irregular breathing and an elevated heart rate. He's agitated. Mr. Arkwright. Convenient. We have a lie detector. Got my hands on it after looking into last year's drug business. While we're on the subject, there's been causing ringing in people's ears. Aren't those drugs tied to the Mafia? Do you think such a thing is being spread here in Anchorville? It's a scary thought. I thought everything related to the drugs would have been seized by now. What are you all talking about? I do have other patients that need my attention, so I'd like it if we could keep the conversation relevant to the checkup. My bad, Doc. It does remind me, though. Is it true you've been handing out meds without consulting the pharmacy? Oh, you're right. Another patient was saying something like that. That's not good. Audits for prescriptions are imperative, and giving out medication is strictly the role of the pharmacy. Is that what people are saying? What a terrible rumor. I assure you, if it's related to the medication, I make sure the pharmacist is approved. Yeah, I don't think so. In fact, it was the patients who got their meds directly from you that were spreading the word. Someone's been messing with the Forest PG network, too. Tell me, you know anything about that?
A.D.
Oh god. He's transforming.
As we thought.
A.D. Now is the time. May the Altered Dawn rise to meet us!
Oh god. He's escaping.
We're going after him. Reset, contact everybody on standby.
Understood. What the hell is going on?
This is just like what happened in the Blacklight District.
That doctor must have amplified the spiritual energy waves.
What the heck? I sense the same presence as yesterday. Be careful.
And now the people are being mind controlled. Dude standing around like a zombie.
Damn it! Don't tell me this bastard's planning to use all these people as shields!
We can't hurt them.
You're right. They're not Jaegers or gangsters. Even trying to restrain these people could do them harm.
Then our only choice is to shock them back to their senses one by one.
Right. We can use that shard function to suppress it.
Oh, that won't be necessary. I'll handle this.
Classic. We love that line.
You're...
The old man from earlier?
He's just gonna wave his wooden sword, and... Oh. He tripped all of them.
For real?
He dropped them without even touching them.
I knew it. You're...
What a stroke of divine luck. Can we leave these people to you?
But of course. Happy to help the roaring lion and his friends. I'll stay here and protect all the lovely nurses until you can stem this problem at the source.
Sure as hell didn't see this coming. Thanks. We're counting on you.
Seriously, I don't have a clue what's going on.
but I guess we'll leave it to you.
Dr. Grant should be up ahead. We need to take him into custody.
I feel like Rosette would know who he is, considering their whole threat network thing. Man would certainly be a major threat
Dead end?
if they were their enemy.
No, something smells here. Reset, do a shard search.
At once.
A false wall.
He seriously got a hidden door?
Let's take a look.
It was set up during the whole construction. Hey look, this looks very familiar.
Why does a random hallway have secret doors? This is a hospital, not a spy movie.
It's starting to make sense. Perhaps this has something to do with the previous management's shady funding.
I think you're onto something. And I think it's clear who the source of those funds was.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Contact the guild and the cops. We're going right in.
All right, let's see. The Guild and the Anchorville Police Department.
I can't believe this was happening in us Grimcat's own backyard. How dare these jerks?
All party members have returned.
Let's have a look. Do you think that old man will be okay? We kinda left him on his own back there.
I'm sure he'll be just fine.
Indeed. We don't need to worry about him at all.
He was wielding a Tachi, wasn't he?
Makes sense.
Our intel mentioned him. All we can do now is press onward.
I do want to try going back
Not
this way.
this way.
Don't turn back now, after that doctor. Gotta check out, see what they say. Just keeps going and going and going.
What's all this?
Well, this place is a lot more high-tech than the place underneath the observatory. Anchorville Hospital Underground Production Lab.
What the? It seems like some sort of lab for conducting medical experiments.
You're right. I recognize some of those plants and devices.
Yeah, the color might be different, but that's definitely it.
They're the same plants we saw in Tharbad, beneath Vegas Films.
You mean that underground facility where they developed the drug for Almada?
You're telling me they've got another one of those labs below the hospital here?
One of their clientele with ties to Almada may have forced the previous management to build it. Then, after Almada was destroyed, they simply had to keep their connections to the Mafia hidden to avoid investigation.
Looks that way. But if that's true, then this place should have been shut down at the end of last year. Instead, it's fully operational.
Which means that someone has recently reactivated everything. The question is why? One thing is clear at least. It would appear the doctor himself was being used too.
Oh. Yeah, probably.
He's alive, but unconscious. Must have reached his limit. He doesn't seem to be contaminated anymore either.
Thank goodness. We still need to talk to him. But given his current state, it might not be possible.
Seems our masterminds are just up ahead.
They finally revealed themselves.
More contaminated monsters. There were signs of them outside the city as well.
We're missing some manpower without Yorda, but we still have the suppression shard function.
I'm worried about the people being controlled on the surface too. So let's make haste.
Yeah. Look alive, guys!
Come on! They're gonna pay for coming into my home and making a mess of things.
All right.
Van's Grendel form is now unlocked for a limited time. Grendel learned to craft True Radiant Sunray. Got it. I'm trying to remember the menu for adjusting like which S-craft is on the quick button. Like, there's a certain way to access that menu, but I do not remember what it is. Here we go. Okay. I don't have the ability to change the Grendel forms. Oh well.
When the heck did these get here? And where'd they even come from?
And they're white, too.
It could be a variant that's been modified to improve its efficacy.
We can worry
That
about
could be
that
what
later.
that weird white
Our
status effect
priority now,
is.
stopping whoever awaits ahead.
It's like
Let's go.
it's like that drug that made them sort of demonic or whatever, except it's white instead of red.
Let's hit him from a distance.
Let's get this rolling.
Now's our chance to get a leg up.
Nothing gets past. Here's your chance to boost.
Yevgeny? Amen.
Good luck.
Got
You would.
Get down. Follow up. We're done.
That's
Take
amazing.
it home, fairy.
Amen.
Sucker.
Here's my chance.
Here's some extra. Now's my chance.
Pass some more. We're done.
Beginning search. I can live with this.
I owe you one on yes.
Long hallway.
Oh, hey, a treasure chest.
Didn't want to put stuff in some of these rooms.
Let's have a look.
Definitely not suspicious terminal. Cool.
High density energy signature detected.
A plasma mine? Then it must be.
Is she up ahead?
Seems we found what we were looking for. Watch your step as you go.
Let's hit him from a distance.
Looks like the gang's all here.
I'll give it my
Talk
best.
about a rowdy reception.
Got your back.
Here's your chance to boost.
Full planter E+. Anyway, I'm gonna bear the nightmare and just kill them all in one turn.
No more games.
Round them all up.
Keep your guard.
Round them all up. Always protect us. Take this. Take this. Boost gauge limiter removed. Let's have a look.
Alright. So... if we're facing only one of them now, maybe we'll learn about my crackpot theory of,
Let's hit him from a distance.
Hamilton, like, reviving people from the dead.
You're stunned. Backup's here.
Like, we don't know what purpose it's for, but... like I said, crackpot theory. We know Hamilton's up to something, so it has some legs. Although the fact that Ix is part of the Vestiges and he is also not dead throws a small wrench into the whole thing. But it's a interesting thought at the moment.
Gotcha.
Engaging enemy.
But also, like, bring up the question of why.
Easy target.
I feel like
Let's hit him from a distance.
Hamilton is the only person that would have the ability to create the fancy new ordnance that we're working with. Octoball.
Here's your chance to boost. Swiftly now. Turbo
Here's the extra.
Backup's here. Sucker! Slow ass.
Yes. There.
Have some more.
I'm ready.
My chance.
Now.
At your service.
There we go.
Fairy.
Have some more.
Now. Catch up. Now.
Fan.
Here's your
Swiftly
chance
now.
to boost.
Easy target.
Take it home, Fairy. Sucker! Sucker!
Catch up. There we go. There we go.
Easy.
Boost stage is maxed out.
That's how it goes.
I won't stop here. I'm stronger than ever.
Oh, hey, the treasure chest.
I leveled up.
Let's hit him from a distance.
Let's get this rolling.
Oh, it's this enemy. I didn't notice.
DLC activate. Gotcha. Now, let's finish the job.
This enemy type is the biggest pain in the butt.
Here's your chance to boost.
Now. I'm with you.
Have some more.
Got you.
Fairy.
Kaleido glasses. Blind
That one
resistance.
felt pretty good.
Nice hustle, Fairy.
There doesn't appear to be like that many enemies.
What's with this room?
Good question. Better use a shard search.
Seems like we jinxed it. Laser sensors, you have to basically go through a puzzle. Sorta.
Let's have a look.
Only visible via the shard
Let's
search.
have a look.
Okay.
Beginning search.
I'm guessing if we hit the lasers, it like resets us to the beginning of the room or something, or it locks the doors. Either way. Simple.
I detect treasure.
Take this. Gotcha. Now, let's finish the job. This.
Let's punch it. I'll support you.
Oh, yes.
Leave it to...
One more.
There we go.
We're done. Nice. That went great.
You kick butt, man.
Search time. Looks like the gang's all here.
A lot of enemies in this small room.
Let's hit him from a distance. Let him have it. Right next to you. Now follow up with shards.
I ain't letting up. Now.
Got it.
They're down.
There goes
One
the
more.
gun.
Follow up.
Understood.
Nice.
Stage is
That went
maxed
great.
out.
You're a true professional, Van.
Going down.
Let's hit him from a distance.
I cannot engage the plasma mines in combat. Only 1,000 damage? I expected more. Oh, that's where all the enemies are hiding. On a different level.
Engaging enemy. This is it. Activate shard.
is
Wrong guy to
maxed out.
fight.
You did great, Van.
All right, let's tussle.
Gotcha!
I'm with you.
They're
Here's a
done.
little more.
Following up.
Here goes.
Make it count.
If you would.
Oh, yeah. Take it home, Barry.
Activating spell.
Here's a little more.
And yes.
Allow me.
Yeah. Here's some extra.
At your service.
Now.
Van.
Got it.
Here's a little more.
That was a lot of stat specs that hit him.
Let's do a search.
Nice. That went great.
You're a true professional, Van.
Now where?
Let's hit him from a distance.
Just to get to you. I'll do my best.
Let him have it.
I pressed the wrong button.
You win right
Whoops.
now.
Well, might as well go all the way with it.
Time to go all out. I'll support you. Okay.
Take it home, Barry.
Activating spell.
There we go.
The stage is maxed
Praise
out.
Arusha and the flames.
You were a great help, Barry.
Dodge.
Let's hit him from a distance.
Take this. Let's finish it. Take this.
I'm with you.
Got
I'll cover you.
Let's flip it. One more.
Here's a little more. Here's my chance.
Swiftly now. Turn around.
Have some more.
Got your back.
Allow me.
Now,
On the house.
Backup's here.
Activating spell.
here's a little more.
Slow ass.
Capra. Here's some extra.
Barry.
Activating spell.
Now.
And yes. Yeah.
I'll cover you.
Allow me.
My chance.
Got it.
Here's some extra.
At your service.
Yes.
Here's a little more. They're stunned.
At your service.
Sucker.
Barry.
Have some more.
I won't stop here. I'm stronger than ever.
Evade 3.
Let him have it.
That's some nice comedy right there.
This is it. Activate sharks.
Take this.
Backup's here.
Let's punch it.
Got it.
Let's flip it. One more.
Got it.
Get him on, yes.
The Amen E Plus is actually physically bigger than the regular one. Neat.
Apologies for invading your privacy.
Fire elements are active.
Make it count.
Go all in on him.
Swiftly now. Turn around.
Got you covered.
Violet. Barry.
Got you covered.
Capra. I'll support you.
Barry.
Got you covered.
They flinched. And yes.
Allow me.
There.
Sucker.
Capra. Yeah. There we go.
Barry.
Activating spell.
Sucker.
Capra. Yeah. Now. Her down.
Van.
Let's flip it.
Activate.
I leveled up.
A welcome improvement.
What do we just get? 1,000
Knock one
SELM
off.
chains activated. Cool. We get an Esmola's gem at 2,000. So abusing those SELM chains and get us evade and strike 4. which would be a nice little thing to have. The damage dealt thing is basically just gather a bunch of enemies in S-Craft. I wonder, how many dual arts drivers do we have?
Need a tune-up? I'm all over it.
Gotta count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're missing 5 of them?
Let's hit him from a distance.
Where are you guys right now?
Elvis, I take it you made it to the hospital?
Yeah, we're working with this crazy strong old guy in the lobby right now. Police reinforcements will be here any minute, so don't do anything too wild.
Well, that's reassuring. I think we'll have to get a bit wild, though.
Yeah, we can't stop now. An enemy mob. Want to clear him out?
Alright.
Gotcha.
Talk about a rowdy reception. Swiftly now. Turbo code. Got it. Here's some extra.
One more.
Got your back. Got it. Now. I'm with you.
By the ferry!
Have some more.
Here's my chance.
Use an art they're weak against.
I'm going.
If you wait.
And I'll cover you.
Get down. We're done.
Got your back.
Have some more.
I'm with you.
Go for it, Shine. I'm ready. Petra! Easy target.
Bring it on.
There we go.
Take it home, Fairy. Sucker.
Do we have to still do... We still have to do blitz chains. That's 250. Blitz supports are very close, so we may as well actually do blitz supports. Which is just use an art or a craft instead of a normal attack.
Hey, that one felt pretty good. You did wonderful, Fairy. That looks like a nice chest.
Caduceus. When recovering allies get crack points. It's actually pretty good, I feel. It allows a healer to focus on healing. Like, that's something that, say, Agnes or Catra would love to have.
You may leave this to me.
Space and Mirage. Might as well just throw it into a special slot. Is there anything that Space and Mirage is in either of these that's particularly good? Ophanic Force. Resist to KO. Actually pretty good.
That's a single element slot. New shard skill available.
Like if we go to Shard Skill List, we would need 6 water. Can we even... Do we even have 6 water? We have Shield 3. Basically it. Or HP 3 if we ever end up getting it. But that's future investment.
Let's hit him from a distance.
count.
Got
You have this. One more. I'll cover you.
At your service. Good luck.
Fairy.
Kind of stuck in this corner here.
Pull out all the stops.
Hitting both of these guys?
If you would.
Perfect.
Backup's here.
I'm with you.
Make it count.
Catra. Okay. Keep it moving, Catra. Sucker.
Perfect chance.
A boost would work activating skill. Here's your chance to boost.
Swiftly now. Turn
Get him on, yes.
Yeah, so now if I use Althea heal, we'll essentially get 40 from this. So we'd be at 41.
Grant them life. Shine. Thank you.
Backup's here.
Use an art you're weak against.
Why?
Go all in on him.
You get 10 from healing allies. Only the 110. You don't get 4 sets of...
It's working.
That slot is only good for the skills you'll get out of it. Wow. I'm very disappointed.
Fairy.
Protect.
Activating skill.
My move.
Insight.
A little more.
Got your back.
Backup's here.
You won't get away with this.
Double insight.
Make it count.
Burgart's not on the back of the party. We need to fix that.
Flick. And yes. Yeah.
Backup's here.
I'll cover you.
I'm with you.
Activating skill.
That's far enough. Earth.
Go for it. Here goes.
Pull out all the stops.
Protect. Crystal Seed. Yeah.
I don't know what he's casting, but I don't like it.
Go for it.
My chance.
You have this.
Got your back.
The witch, really?
Grant them a shot. At your service.
You have this.
Get down.
Got your back.
Fairy. Fairy.
Activating skill.
Run.
And yes.
Go all in on him. You got this.
Here goes.
Activating skill.
My move now.
Hit him with an element they're weak to.
Keep it up. It's working.
There goes the...
Just enough.
Getting sharper.
Skill strengthened. Skill strengthened.
Yeah, that fight got away from us a bit.
Good stuff.
Oh, it's not. It's not what I thought it was. Astreus is 15% chance of granting a stealth effect when hit by an attack. That is actually an interesting thing. It's also an auto crit, so it stacks in a way
Need a tune-up?
with
I'm all over it.
whichever one it is. Where I think there's like 1 extra critical damage. Yeah. It scales with this pretty much perfectly. The issue is, what's the proper way to slot this thing in? I guess putting it over Smog isn't that big of a deal, or putting it over Attack 2. Probably over Recluse, actually. I think that's the least impactful.
The skill set's been updated.
Because our crit in the middle of the fight doesn't matter. What really matters is our crits when we're basically just going full send when they're stunned. But that'll allow Van to kind of survive and maybe heal people if we need to. Especially since he passively generates craft points.
Let's hit him from a distance.
We've reached a
It's
good
hot in
resting
this room.
point.
Feeling like a million Mira.
I guess we could get HP or Shield 3. Probably Shield 3 is more important here, since HP isn't too much of an issue right now. I'd like to give Agnes that one ability
Need a tune-up?
because
You may leave
hey,
this to me.
free revives are pretty cool.
New shark skill available.
We just have to put the action one somewhere. Doesn't really break anybody, so throw it there.
Your skills have changed.
Need a tune-up? I'm all over it.
That's better.
Okay, how much Shepherd we got? We can open one slot from somebody. As long as it's not the final slot.
Let's see.
It's easier to do this. Gonna double check everybody has equipment. We're good.
Need a tune?
You may leave this to me.
Let's see, is there anything good that we might be able to also get? A regen guard. Low chance of regen guard after attacking. We need a little bit more water, but we could get that. Defending may be sturdier and restore some HP. Blech. I want passive bonuses.
Your skills have changed. Maintenance. Shit.
Understood.
Let's tune.
Don't worry.
Need some.
I'll work my magic. Skill set changed.
Throw something on it. Alright. Do I want this party in this order? Not really. There's another ornament.
It's a white orbment, and it's being used to make the agave even more potent.
They're making a drug even worse than the Mafias.
These jackasses. You guys are the ones who disappeared from the capital with those masked people.
I don't see any hay here, so this can't be all the folks who up and vanished.
A-D. A-D.
Another dawn, leading us to a new world. Ah, I see the white light.
Are they talking about that altered dawn thing?
Deplorable as ever. And now they're contaminated to boot.
Threat level B+.
The white light.
I've confirmed that their auras are linked as well.
Only B+.
We'll cut through both their corruption and that hollow spirit energy of theirs alike.
The bomb!
Oh, so they have double the bonuses. I'm trying to remember. Was the white light the one where they get 3 turns Zox, if I'm not mistaken? Actually, check the battle help. White light, yeah. Enemy with white light buff enter Zoc, they'll get 3 turns in a row. They can also not be impeded while they have the white light.
Hit them with an element they're weak to.
And contamination was HP regen and more HP. Man, the mafiosos have like double the HP of the gangsters.
Let's stay on the offensive.
Weak.
Hit them with an element they're
Let's
weak
see.
to.
This'll shock you.
If you please. Here goes! Protect! Crystal Shower! My thanks. CLC activate!
Activate spell.
Fierce Guardian! Step up! Here goes!
Pretty good damage. Wonder if she can actually kill them all.
Activate spell.
No, the mafiosos and the terrorists still have a little bit more HP.
Over here! I won't hold back.
Overflowing.
I'll help out.
He healed himself for minimal amounts of HP.
I'll support you. Do forgive me.
But you weren't invited. Got your back. Take your move.
Alright, now for the real boss.
We did it!
No, not yet.
Just show yourself already.
How dare you, you damn brat! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I don't think we've seen this one.
Who is this guy?
He isn't one of the ones from the capital.
So
there's more of them.
you.
Oh, I see now. You're the one who's been spreading rumors and interfering with our 4 SPGs.
This guy is a lot more emotive than the other Vestiges.
Not to mention, the one who was pulling that doctor's strings.
So there are more masks working with that damn brat?
Is that Fawn? He's a bit pudgier.
You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that.
Vestige, masked instigator.
You could call me the Masked Instigator. One of the Vestiges. And of course I mess with your shitty requests. It was a riot, let me tell you. Or it would have been if you hadn't ruined everything, damn it.
You're the one who's ruining everything.
Because you twisted the truth. Innocent people were involved in all this.
You're one rotten bastard, aren't ya?
You're different from the others. I can tell.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Unlike those other 3, you seem rotten to the core.
What was that? That's rich coming from one of Paradise's little spawn.
How could you?
Say it again. I dare you.
Looks like you were never taught when to keep your mouth shut.
Don't mind him, Ren. He's just bitter that we looked right at his cold, spiteful heart.
Exactly. We all know what you had to overcome on that island.
Man's got thin skin.
Agnes, Van, You're right. So, who are you? I may not be able to hear your real voice, but the way you talk is familiar.
Looks like Agnes and I are the only ones who got that vibe. Which is a pretty big hint as to who you are, wouldn't you say?
You want it all you want, Brat. You think you're so great with all those babes backing you up, huh?
So only Agnes and Van would have seen this person.
But I'll have you know I'm not one for dirtying my hands. Now kill those bastards!
Look out!
Oh. The other one is there.
When did you show up?
What the hell is wrong with you? Why aren't you shooting them? And after I went through all the trouble to lure them here, that was the perfect chance.
Why would I follow your orders? We have no system of rank. Besides, my objective is to analyze their combat strength. I'm certain I told you this beforehand.
Bitch.
Am I right in thinking that, unlike that dumbass, you can be reasoned with?
She's definitely put some people in the ground. Can't say I can overlook that.
If it is necessary to my mission, then I'll exchange words. I am merely a scout. I've come only to get an accurate measure of your combat strength.
I remember that rifle from yesterday. I'd never seen one like that before.
Its specs are off the charts. Not to mention the plasma mines. Where did she get this stuff?
She doesn't seem like she's from any regular army. Forget the masks. What corps are you with?
What soldier would give up that information? Now then, it's time to see what you're made of.
Oh, they got the demon again. Been here the whole
that
time.
Executor thing.
But why is it with someone other than Ix?
Wait! That's not the same one as before!
Don't tell me. They've all got one?
Lunatic Showdown.
Pathetic pieces of shit are strong enough to handle the likes of this. You punks will get to be first in line to meet that goddess you love so much. One step ahead of that shitty dawn.
Can it, asshole? Unless you want to cut in front of us!
She's clearly a skilled warrior. Be wary of her coordinating her attacks with that creature.
Got it. Blitz, the Grendel, I'm throwing everything I've got at him.
Come on. Initiating counterattack.
Hopefully this isn't as annoying as the fight with Ix. Oh, she's got the white light. That's a problem.
I take orders from no one, let alone you. That being said, I will not be pulling my punches.
Don't plan on letting these lowlifes stand for much longer, but keep an eye out for their reinforcements.
Protect! Crystal Shell! My sincere thanks.
Well, our strategy more or less remains the same with the buffing everybody else bit.
Give us strength. Red.
And getting the Grendel to just obliterate everybody.
Let's take a break.
You'll pay for that. Here we go. Yeah.
Get going, there.
Question is, do we go for the masked soldier first, or we do go for the executor
Display
first?
enemy stats.
The executor would actually be easier to kill. But the masked soldier with the 3 turns from Zoc could be very dangerous.
I suggest we set now.
We actually can't double boost. Well, we'll use 3 here and hold on to that. I'm not seeing a removal of our buffs, which is good. Trying to keep an eye on when the other guy's getting his turn. I guess I'll just refer to them as their colors. Green is going first, and then blue has the turn after Rosette's next turn.
Show some backbone, Greenhorn.
Oh, I'm gonna just blow you up with Grendel just super boosted. That seems fun. Oh, we got delayed. That's annoying. Get us to 3. Beautiful.
I won't hold back. Time to go all out.
Activating skill.
Accelerating.
Get going,
Get the
there!
stun meter up.
Stay on guard. My sincere
Rounds to
thanks.
lift the mood.
Time to go all out. I suggest we strike now.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked!
I suggest we strike
Activate
now.
You're putting up a decent enough fight, young Kruger, considering your lack of real combat experience.
Aw,
Who are you?
it blew up both of their stun meter.
I suggest we strike now. I poisoned.
Test the attack. Target. Launch. Blaster.
Time for some payback!
She's not doing anything too crazy, which is good. I'm removing those
May we
buffs.
proceed with caution.
This way we don't have to swap to Burgard.
Stay on guard.
Stop struggling and give up!
Never. I will not lose to someone like you, even with that creature as our opponent. Protect! Crystal Shadow! My thanks. I suggest we strike now.
Everyone's crap point buffs are looking good. So
Go all in on him.
she needs to build up.
Sucker!
That again.
Got your back. I got you covered. Target reset. Cobalt.
Test the attack.
Knock it over. Here goes.
May we proceed with caution.
Grendel time.
Time for a new look.
Oh, would you look at the time? It's Grendel time.
Full throttle! ZOC, activate!
May we proceed with caution.
Stay on guard.
Do that. That.
Now it's my turn.
No, you don't.
Crystal
My sincere
My
thanks.
Time to go all out.
Can't use that.
Certain array improved. Most effective.
Huh.
Activated. Drive.
Initiating time.
You think that's going to do anything?
Cipher activate. There.
My sincere thanks.
I won't hold back. Flames protect us. I'll cover you.
You cannot run.
Press the attack. There. Away with you.
We'll take that.
Mass soldier is down.
Show me the resolve of one
A button in hand.
Here goes. Take this.
Take this. Boost gauge limiter removed.
I will fall back for the moment.
Go for it.
Have we seen this one? I think we saw it in the last game.
Here to help.
I'll cover you.
We'll take that. Take this.
Can't believe France actually won.
That's how it goes.
Status parameters upgraded.
Not too bad.
I see.
Also, I like the
You're
song.
slightly above expectations.
Only slightly.
She's a freaking monster. Those flames of hers were just like what Fairy's bro can do.
Fairy? Please tell me, who are you? Your techniques, crafts, they're so familiar, but I don't recognize any of them. How does that even make sense?
The other
Short
executor.
barriers, now!
You're wide open.
Just use the Grendel to...
You're the one who's wide open.
What's up?
Fifth form. It's clear.
What?
Impressive.
Oh, please. That was child's play. Don't worry. I've taken care of everyone who was being controlled and left them in good hands.
Thank you for everything.
You goddamn bag of bones. That's the way you want to play it. And I've got just the mode.
Oh no, not on my watch.
Mirabelle with the support drones.
What the hell are these things?
Mirabelle!
Why are you here? I thought Marduk was putting all of its resources into the rocket launch.
Actually, I had to rush over here for a half-day business trip. Right now, the bracers and cops have got the hospital's entrance locked down.
Really? Thank goodness.
Sounds like the police and guild have things handled.
Then it's time to pull out. We've accomplished our objective and completed our analysis.
Yes, glitch out of existence, as they do.
The replica!
How does that thing even work?
What? It disappeared.
Did it collapse on a molecular level? No, it's something else.
Hmm?
The Sword Oni, rather, the Sword Hermit, and Marduk Total Security Company. I want to thank you and Arkwright Solutions for contributing to my analysis.
take a look around. Not that it'll matter. Catch you later, Arkwright. Don't worry. You'll get yours the next time we meet.
Wait! I'm not done talking to...
Hey, you guys okay?
It's the guild and the police. Did you guys manage to handle the monsters?
Yeah, no problems there. They suddenly got weaker as we made our way down.
Their white, pulsating aura disappeared. Did it have something to do with those replica orbments?
Yes, though the culprits ran off with them.
He's in a bad way. Somebody get me a stretcher!
Get on the line with the Edith Police Department, and make sure you talk to Inspector Daswani.
It's practically sunset. Didn't think we'd get into it right after we got here.
You came because Anchorville was flagged by our risk management AI, I presume.
Mirabelle! Fairy, Reset, everyone, good work today. To answer your question, yes, I convinced the general manager to send me here. Just to be clear, the threat level here is still unknown. That ain't changed.
So the issue is that it's level unknown, which is a problem.
Creeps me out how accurate that AI system of yours is.
Where is it getting its information from anyway?
But unknown? Didn't it designate Nimeth Island as Triple S?
Indeed. I've never seen such a designation before.
To be honest, it's the first time the system's told us unknown since it went operational. But something tells me we'll get a better answer if that old-timer sticks around.
Sorry, ladies. Once I get my results back from the doc, I gotta head out. Tonight. And you, Roaring Lion, it's been so long. I would have loved to catch up over drinks.
Likewise. I hope we can make time for it at some point.
His hand
Thanks
is
for
clipping
everything
through the
earlier.
sword.
I got a pretty good idea who you are, but just to make sure, you are that sword hermit, aren't you?
I heard you've been helping out my wild, young, hidden disciple here and there. And that you've met my youngest disciple, Reen, as well.
Founder of the 8 Leaves One Blade School, Yun Kafai the Sword Hermit.
Yep, I'm the old geezer who founded the 8 Leaves One Blade School, Yun Kafai. And since the cat's out of the bag, I'm also the former chieftain of the Jaeger Corps, Ikaruga.
Oh, I actually didn't know that little detail. That's actually kind of interesting.
What? You can't mean Shizuna's.
The most powerful Eastern Jaeger Corps.
Is that how it is? I had a hunch you were connected, but not to this extent.
It's a pleasure to meet you youngsters. Especially you, Mr. Problem Solver.
Van Route 4, what lurks below, end. We got no new information about Reset. I am somewhat disappointed. They teased something, and then we get nothing.
Those are impressive results.
Can't complain with that.
Hey, still getting S rank.
I am humbled.
Next. Okay. Who's the other route? Heaven, Route 2. Exposed Sin. E. I never really paid attention. The loading screen thing changes. July 10, 6:40 p.m.
Finally, some rain.
Let's get inside.
Oh boy. What looks to be a heavy rainstorm in a desert. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, rain! My merchandise.
Don't see this every day.
July 10th, 9:05 p.m. What time is it right now? 9:51. So close. Kevin, Route 2, Exposed Sin. So what happened over the course of the last day?
The evidence found beneath the Basel Observatory is irrefutable. The hour of arbitration approaches.
What is that?
Seeing as both Father Leon and Mother Celise have decided to act of their own accord, however...
Oh, it's Ashlad.
I doubt I've any need for concern. But if you find yourself in a similar mindset, leaving you unwilling to perform your duty...
No, I'll do what needs to be done. No real reason to worry about them either. They're dominions. They can't turn their backs on their stigmas.
While I'd like to believe this issue limited to just the two of them, I'm not entirely convinced. In any event, I have said all that needs saying. I shall await your final judgment. Keep your guard up, Father Kevin. You're likely to meet with interference in the coming days.
Yeah, understood.
That was the grump from Iscariot, right? The vice captain?
Who's the captain of Iscariot?
They're heretic hunters. I take it that means there's been some movement over in Basel then.
I think I heard him mention something about a fight there too. Against Celise, Leon, and a few outside forces?
The Thor's alumni, perhaps. I believe they're in Basel at the moment as well. But as for why such a clash took place, well, I assume the answer lies in whatever secrets they found beneath the observatory.
Guess there's a benefit to keeping a bunch of busybodies around. Saves me the trouble of having to explain everything. Jokes aside, though, you're right on the mark. Iscariot's investigating the matter as we speak, meaning I still can't say anything definitive. But just know that her crimes didn't stop at Tharbad. She's been deceiving the whole of Zemuria.
Deceiving, huh? Not really a word I wanted to hear.
I think you can stop dancing around her name already, though. We all know who you're talking about. One of Professor Epstein's 3 disciples. And Katra's grandmother, no less. She even personally helped us out during the Crimson Grendel incident. Professor Latoya Hamilton. She's the heretic you're charged with hunting down, isn't she?
Yeah.
I had assumed that was the case, but it is nonetheless shocking to hear you admit it.
Is it? Can't say I knew her very well personally.
Quite shocking, yes. You see, the 3 disciples are some of the most influential figures in Zemurian history.
The roads, airships, orbital vehicles, communication devices, weapons, even the manufacturing industry and the orbital network. All foundations of modern society, and only made possible through the work of the 3 disciples. And while it's true that Professor Epstein established the blueprints for these creations, his pupils were the ones to turn concepts into reality. Of the 3, Professor Russell's work has focused largely on orbital technology, and Professor Schmidt found his niche in the military. And there's Professor Hamilton, Her research has centered primarily on environmental issues, and she's used it to help people the world over. Whether it's improving Northumbria's soils, aiding against both the desertification of the East and the deforestation of the Central East. Well, she's done all that and more, which is why so many viewers think of a heavenly mother. Honestly, I felt it was only a matter of time till the church had her canonized as a saint. About that. Wasn't quite sainthood, but the church likes to award Septium Crests to those who've worked to maintain peace and prosperity in Zemuria. We tried giving her one a few times now, but she's always turned us down. And I could probably guess why, too. Yeah, lesson known her actions weren't exactly award-worthy. I think I'm starting to understand why this was so surprising to everyone. But the church has already decided she needs to be executed, right? More or less, yeah. Her fate's not exactly set in stone, but things definitely seem headed in that direction. What do you kids want to do? Though I doubt I even need to ask. You're right, you don't. All the heretic stuff aside, you want to figure out what she's up to anyway. Yeah, especially knowing that the church is involved. That's, like, always the first sign of trouble for Zemuria. And we can't turn a blind eye to trouble. But that doesn't mean we're committed to your mission till the end. Don't mind lending a hand for a bit, though. Ooh, and no worries, I totally won't stab you in the back or anything. Okay, note to self, watch your back around Nadia. But seriously, thanks for the help. I'll be counting on you tomorrow. For what? Are we going investigating again? I thought we found everything we needed already. Ooh, but I guess there's still that thing they were talking about at the end of the memory.
After all, the way things are now is all due to the unforgivable deception I performed. I replaced what should have been with an observational outcome of my own.
Anyway, you still where I think you are, Professor?
Observational outcome of my own makes me think of the weird timey-wimey stuff involving the Crimson Grenville. Maybe she's like pulling stuff from other timelines, so to speak.
Thank you. And by the way, I'd like to return to Basel within the day, if I can. I'll open the path.
But the question is she also pulling stuff through time?
I imagine they must have been referring to the location where she initially performed this reality shift. Perhaps somewhere more conducive to the feat itself.
Yeah, well, wherever that location is, the church hasn't had any luck finding it either. So tomorrow we'll be splitting up to look for clues on our own. Business records, eyewitness testimonies, anything to get us where we need.
I was gonna suggest we get a head start tonight, but that storm outside's looking pretty bad. Doubt it'll be letting up anytime soon.
Actually, according to the recent forecast, the rain should be subsiding in the next few hours. Around 10 p.m., I believe?
Hopefully that means it'll be a little cooler tomorrow.
So, the rain's gonna be clearing up soon, huh?
I see someone's planning a little late-night excursion. Well, as I said before, I'd gladly join you.
Wow. Are you serious right now? Oh, are you finally going to that strip club thing you mentioned?
Maybe you should cover your ears, Lapis.
Look, it's not like I'm going for no reason, all right? Remember Sarah? Apparently, she's gonna be performing as a special guest tonight.
Really?
Figured it'd be rude if I didn't show up. You know, to support her.
Okay, now tell us why you're really going.
Because I haven't seen strippers in ages, man! Oh, I'm gonna get front row seats so I can tip real big!
Thanks, that's all I needed.
Kevin.
Because I haven't seen strippers in ages, you set me up? Who are you even planning on sending that to?
I ain't selling it.
You're the worst, Kevin. Just wait till Ein hears about this.
How the hell do you know so much?
Nemo Patrium Pia Magna Est Amat sed quia sua. What is that? that supposed to be Latin?
And just for the record, Sarah will actually not be stripping tonight. Instead, she'll be performing in a one-woman burlesque show.
Burlesque?
A difference I'm sure her agency likes to stress. Well, just try to come back before midnight, okay?
And make sure you bring back some tasty treats.
You're gonna fast travel there or walk there? Chain of Memories. Ominous title. What's up? Yep, here's the real show that he said he wanted to show up for. Yep. The next day. Oh. Kevin and the others rose bright and early to start their investigation anew. Wet. By focusing their efforts on finding info about the construction that took place 20 years ago, they'd hope to find a more concrete lead. They got ice cream too. Just as they'd foreseen, however, their search proved little help. We're gonna need a handout from somebody. July 11th, 11:10 a.m.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a loyal to loyalies kind of gal, but man, how moms are giving them a run for their money. I feel so soft and loose. Wonder why? Maybe because my pores are open? Or at least I think that's what they're called. Rosenberg Tech is really something else, huh? But you're right. Feels like the steam's cleaning out each and every one of my pores. Bet my skin'll be so dang smooth after this. S is gonna fall for me all over again. Sounds like things are going great with you two.
Oh, hi.
Oh, and he seems like such a catch. I'm so jealous. Wish I could just pick up a boyfriend from the store or something. Yeah, well, I guess he is pretty great, huh? But come on, you work with movie stars, Hina. You must meet heartthrobs all the time. I mean, yeah, but Our agency gets pretty fussy about dating and all that. Plus, some actors are like totally different people behind the scenes. Yeah, no fateful encounters for me. But my sister, on the other hand...
How many times do I have to tell you? Van and I aren't like...
You didn't say anything?
I knew it. Had a hunch ever since Van introduced you to us.
She's got a crush, but we all know it's not gonna happen.
Huh. What's going on with Sarah and Van?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Lapis. He has more than enough people vying for his attention anyway.
Oh, come on! He seems like the sort of guy who likes making things harder for himself.
Yeah.
Isn't that the truth? He's like the perfect fusion of all the ways guys get on my nerves. And don't even get me started on those hobbies of his. Anyway, I'll admit I might be rooting for a few others in this race, but that doesn't mean I can't lend an ear to a girl in love now, does it?
Nadia, please.
No. As jealous as I am of Arkwright, I'm starting to feel kind of bad for the guy. Yeah, well, they're not wrong about how he likes making trouble for himself. Shoulders way more than he should. And now he's dealing with the trouble in the capital once more, if the events of the past few months weren't enough. Although admittedly, our situation is rather complex as well. No kidding. Didn't think we'd have so much trouble finding a lead. Kinda strange, nobody seems to remember, honestly. I mean, I know it was 20 years ago, but... best we got so far, someone saying they saw the professor come to town with a bunch of engineers around the time of the drought. After a month of observation, the water levels began to rise before finally turning into the oasis we see today. Thing is, there was a budget estimate for construction. There must have been an actual work site somewhere. But that was the only thing they documented about the construction, wasn't it? Correct. Due in part that costs were more modest than anticipated. Neither the city nor otherwise involved parties thought it necessary to concern themselves with the details. Everything seemed well in hand after all. That's not so surprising. I mean, it'd be one thing if they went over budget, but under? Heard folks were pretty much dancing in the streets because of it. But the Ramir was apparently used to kickstart the entertainment district, which in turn led to the founding of the film festival. But as for how the irrigation work managed to keep so far under budget in the first place, nobody knows. Outside of Professor Hamilton and the handful of engineers who assisted her, that is. Well, looks like we got our objective for the afternoon. Especially now that we know for certain she visited last year. Yeah, if we switch out our bait, we're bound to catch something. And just in case our luck takes another deep dive, I put out a request for a few tidbits of extra intel too. Oh yeah? You met up with Jack at the club last night, right?
My word! I never thought I'd run into you here, Miss Rain.
Oh. She's back in Tharbad. Your Highness? And Najee too. Wow, I didn't think you guys were in Tharbad.
We only just arrived via airship, actually.
It's been quite some time, Miss Rain.
Too.
And it's a pleasure to see you two as well, Miss Sarah, Miss Shahina.
We're here for a meeting about the new film I mentioned yesterday. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Don't you two also have a meeting soon? About your Central East Homecoming show?
Come over. I didn't think the voice acting would suddenly stop. An actual worst time to grab a piece of chocolate. There we go. We do, yes. I'm still finding it a bit hard to believe, honestly. Where we emigrated from? So, it's where we emigrated from, so I guess you could call that a homecoming too, yeah. Nadia, who are they? Oh, that's right, you haven't met, have you? Well, to start, one of them's a real deal princess.
Oh,
you're simply adorable. I'm Jita Osval, Princess of
What's
Elsign.
with her hair?
And you must be Miss Lapis. I've heard all about you, you know. Although, you're a bit taller than what was described to me.
Yeah, there's been kind of a lot that's happened since then. Jita and Najee, what lovely names. I give Jita 93 points and Najee 91. 2 high scores?
Oh, I'm honored.
You're too kind, Miss Lapis.
Well, Princess of Elsim and her guard, huh? What crazy timing. What's up? Given each of our unique circumstances, I'm afraid we're in no position to be speaking with the royal family of Elsheim at the moment. At least not without proper preparation first. Rather inconvenient, isn't it? Got that right. Concerned the princess's brother was involved in what happened in Basel yesterday? Swin, Rufus, mind calling the girls over? Probably best to get out of here. Just tell them it's time to grab lunch. Munch. Well, that steam left me positively famished. It did wonders for my taste sensors, though. They feel more precise than ever. Kebabs and hummus. Rustic, but with a delicate flavor. And to supplement, a cold mint tea. For cooling down with. Not often you eat so much, Nadia. Yeah, all that walking we did really worked me up an appetite. Well, get your fill, kiddo. Anyhow, about this afternoon. We're gonna need to do a few more for SPGs. Might help us with our recon. Don't see a problem with that, especially now that we actually have Van's permission. By the way, about how we're doing this. You want to limit our search to learning about what Professor Hamilton did here in October, right? Exactly. Considering how unlikely it is we'll be stumbling onto the construction site anytime soon, we need to switch tactics. And thanks to the conversation we saw in that memory, we already have a good lead. Our goal right now is to pinpoint where she was when she was talking to Dingo last year. That alone should bring us to the true nature of her crimes. We'll get there one way or another. As the heretic hunter, I swear you to that. Alright, understood. By the way, those gamblers from yesterday were looking into what the princess has been up to, weren't they? Correct. We asked Jack to investigate her for us. A risky endeavor to be sure, but considering the connection between the professor and Elsheim, one worth taking. Munch. Oh, right, because she helped them with their afforestation project. Well, okay, everyone ready to get to work then? You bet. Any leftovers you cleaned your plate? Figured you'd be used to this by now. Thanks for paying, by the way. Delish. You better keep your wallet ready for snack time this afternoon, too. Just you wait. I'll try all Tharbad's finest cuisine before the day is even done. That should prove a wonderful stimulant to your optimization. Feel free to have whatever you please. On his mirror, of course. You guys are downright ruthless. Kevin now uses S-Craft, Spears of and Loa. Received Kevin and Rufus's lightweight outfits.
Why don't we take a stroll through the
Oh geez, what is
district
happening?
and see if we can't work up an appetite.
That water effect
Keep
is
yourselves
weird.
hydrated. After it rains, it gets wicked humid. Twice as hot out.
Hey, you got it! Whatever you say, Ma.
What the? I ain't your ma, you little twerp.
Seems like our group's gotten a bit closer already.
But we have our new party. Probably change the title. We are the Heretic Hunting Front. Let's make sure we have what we need. And out of curiosity, Spear of Ur, and Loa. So we have Spear of Ur, which is just space assist, and this is space/time assist. But how exactly does that work? I'm gonna assume that you have to use Stigma Release in order to use Spears of Ur and Loa. That's my guess. Otherwise, why would you use this one? Because I think this one is just straight stronger. Because I think the Space Assist and Time Assist is just like the extra damage at the bottom. Like a fraction of extra damage in space and time damage or something. Either way, we gotta steal items from Van. He won't need them right now anyway. I think I'll simply just steal the Macho Belt. That seems like a good idea. Prevents Rot, Freeze, and Deathblow. Let me upgrade this too. Oh, he is way behind right now. Invisible. Gives him Evade for lowered resistance. I'll just get straight evasion. I'll just put on that. Braver. This gives additional accuracy. I feel like I should give him the Vajra type too. He doesn't really use arts anyway. Lightning version B. She does need the additional speed, so I see no reason not to throw that on. Orbment.
You're in capable hands.
Gotta make sure everybody has 1, 2, and 3 for action.
That is a single element slot. Skill set amended. That is a single element slot.
I'm gonna steal that from
Skill
Judah.
set amended.
Auto Crest. Rungnir's S-Craft Post Delay. I guess since we're also not using Van, we should steal Kusanagi.
Oh, a new skill.
And we should steal Goliath. Oh, Aaron has Goliath on?
Skill set
I don't know why he has
amended.
that. That solves that problem. We should steal a Break 3. Fellas,
Skill set
you don't need that.
amended.
Break 2 is a useless one.
Skill set amended.
Just keep stealing from the Thor's group. They're not gonna miss it.
Let me handle this.
Action 1 and 2, but missing
That's a
3.
single element slot. Skill set updated.
Doesn't have an action 1. Huh.
Skills.
Looking to adjust your orbments?
He has 1, 2, and missing 3. We'll eventually get enough to
Skill set up.
Of
keep
course.
everybody
You may
well
rely
equipped.
on me. Your skills have been updated. Ah, that's a single element slot. Ah, that's a single element slot.
Ranged arts area of effect.
Oh my. Looking to adjust. That's a single element slot.
Like, I don't really know if there's anything super good to throw in some of these
Of
slots.
course. You may rely on me. Of course. You may rely on me.
You're in capable hands.
Let's see. Counter damage, strength, critical rate. Which one's again? Nah, that one's not that important. We want stun damage. It's somewhere, for sure. Here we are, Batham. Stun extension to stun enemies and increase damage to stunned enemies.
Name's Batham. I'll be looking after you. I'll work my magic.
This is Kincaid, your analyst turned support operator.
It makes me think that Kincaid is not going to be an ally for this game. Anything else we need to do? I feel like we do need to invest and get more,
Of course.
like,
You may
hit
rely on me.
2s and possibly 3s. We'll look around for the shop later. But for now, let's talk to everybody. It's been several years since I've been in Tharbad, but taking a tour like this has made visiting it fun again. Yes, it really is a nice city. The entertainment district is impressive, of course, but the culture district seems like such a friendly place. The restaurant you told me about earlier was delicious too. Thanks, Nellie. I'm glad to hear it. Irma was in low spirits up until yesterday, but she seems to be recovering bit by bit. He's been through a lot, but if I know Crema, she can definitely get through this. After living in Aracion for years, this city looks totally different. Getting to enjoy a variety of cultures is just one of the things that makes the Republic so great. It seems like the Tharbad police are having a hard time. With all these tourists from the Central East, the police have had to spend more manpower helping them out. The officers throughout the Republic are working hard, so it's time I got my act together too.
Come out wherever you are.
Let's do a search. Welcome to Marjan Hamal. Are you
Well, of course I'm going to be using the bath, because we have to use it over and over
Not
again.
bad once you get used to it.
Per chapter.
I think I might be liquefying.
I'm glad you
Ominous staring at the
Blanched
camera.
vegetable.
Hey, you're back. I enjoy you guys. At least it's only hot here. In other parts of the Central East, they got the desertification to worry about. They say it's getting worse every year. Can't just pretend it's someone else's problem. They did say that one of the space program's goals was to determine the cause, but I'm not so sure.
Let's do a search.
See, we got more crystal over here.
Come out wherever
And
you
for
are.
whatever reason, a cat chilling in the water. Into the underground waterway? No. I just wanted to see if it was interactable. So, who is... a bunch of random people. Huh.
Come out wherever you are.
We suddenly got rain during yesterday's meeting, and when I was about to leave, I heard about an intense sandstorm. Feels like the climate is less stable than usual. Sandstorms especially can be a matter of life and death. Maybe I should wait things out for a while. I'm back, Mom. Just finished helping people deal with the rain and sandstorms. I provided food to the people who got caught up in the storm and helped retrieve people's fallen laundry. Good work. You're a thoughtful one. I expect no less of the future owner of the Halal Tavern and Inn. Now, if only you could find a good wife, Lance. Didn't I tell you to quit bringing that up? Sheesh. I'm really sorry about that. My mom's always like this. I keep telling her it's too soon for me to get married. I still got a lot of growing to do. My son is a late bloomer, but considering he's going to be the future owner, I'd like him to be sharp. And if you know any good unmarried woman, please let me know. You're asking customers now? Didn't I tell you to cut that out? What you selling?
Looking is always free, you know.
Soul Chef egg dishes. And rich chai pudding.
Come again.
Thanks for the grub.
Alright, gourmet. I guess we should be putting another thing here. Barbad.
I'll send this review to Van.
Sure, go wild.
This pudding is seasoned with spices normally used in chai. The result, unique scent and taste you'll crave even in the heat. Really gives you a sense of the locals' ingenuity. What do you do, Anchorville? We didn't do Anchorville.
All right, I'll put it on the blog.
Thanks, boss.
Strawberry Dream Sandwich. The humongous strawberries in the sandwich are practically bursting with juicy sweetness. And just look at that beautiful cross-section. I mean, talk about feel-good food, right? And
all right, I'll put it
Escar
on the blog.
macarons.
I appreciate it.
The multicolored shells smell daintily sweet, although the filling flavors also vary. Together they harmonize magnificently, a stellar addition to any tea party. And we already got the tiramisu, which is great. Oh, you never made this. You got the Prime Beast essence now.
I'll give it a try. I put my heart into it.
Simply satisfying omu rice, a hearty dish made to fill the stomach of a gourmand squire.
Being the hungry's what I do. If you want seconds, just say the word.
A lot of recipes.
Thanks for the grub.
Rank 25. And it is not the max rank, apparently.
Sugary goodness! Come out wherever you are.
I see no reason not to just talk with these guys at the moment. Oh, it's you folks. Appreciate what you did for us earlier. You're from the caravan we met this morning, right? Feeling any better? Thanks to those drinks you gave us, we are. You're in some pretty bad shape out there. Looks like you gave us a second lease on life. Aw, I'm sure you'd done the same if you were in our shoes. Your camels outside look like they were doing better too. There's no need for thanks. After all, our encounter proved beneficial to both parties. Yeah, never learned about that irrigation project without you guys. Well, after all we heard, you were putting together a Sunday school lesson on it. Kind of felt like we had the duty to tell you. Should give me something to brag about to my son, at least. He'll be starting his first few classes back at home soon. I know it's already said and done, but is it really all that right for a priest to lie like this? Not like he's the most respectable man of the cloth. Well, I can't say the goddess is a fan, but she'll let it slide. Anyway, not every day you see experienced merchants getting hit by a sandstorm. Didn't even think they'd be an issue today, well, with yesterday's downpour and all. Yeah, we're thinking the sand sea dried up faster than expected. Desert's a big place after all. And there was the fact that sandstorm came from a direction not typically on our radar. Is that so? What do you mean? See, given the conditions are right, some of the sand sea make the perfect breeding ground for sandstorms. So when we're planning our routes, we try our best to avoid those areas. The only issue is the sandstorm has been growing more robust by the day. And all that heavy rain yesterday really threw off our measurements, which, obviously enough, led us to misjudging where the sandstorm would hit. Sounds like you're all lucky to make it out alive. Well, I'll be praying that your next trip's a safe one, alright? Though I can't say a run-of-the-mill priest prayers will be worth very much. Well, we appreciate it anyway. I'll try to be more careful in the future. Lost a lot of goods out there today. Interesting information, honestly. I feel alive again because of you. Thanks for the provisions. The innkeeper's been kind to us too. We'll be sure to do our best in our business meeting. Must be hard for you too, as a traveling priest. I hear you even visit the nomads in the desert. Good luck with Sunday school. We'll be cheering for you. Good gracious, I never thought there'd be a sandstorm in a place like that. And it was even stronger than yesterday's. Sigh. We'll have to be more careful from here on out. Fazzle. I'm out here to check on the bazaar since we had a considerable amount of rain yesterday. Looks like Cinnam's hard at work, even all on her own. That girl's going to be just fine. I'll say, it's quite moving to see her back.
Come and see if you like.
Trying to find some souvenirs for the family. Maybe some traditional handicrafts would be nice. This truly has a surprising style. I bet something like this would suit Nellie. And it's cheap enough it wouldn't seem too serious. Well, since I'm already here and everything. We finally got some rain yesterday. What a relief. If we got nothing but sun, the oasis would eventually dry up. Though the oasis was never this big when I was young. Seeing as we're in the middle of the desert and all, I'm really thankful. Oopsies. There's nothing else we can learn here. Shall we try another approach? Yeah, let's. Oops. Shop. 5 rare items.
Hello.
Free power droplet.
Thank you. Why, hello.
Classic scarf. I only have a sash belt. Start with a design that evokes memories of the good old days. We have 37 new material plus. Okay. We're able to make another staff crest, but it's expensive. Yellow Dragon Jinhua Wallet. A magnificent wallet depicting a yellow dragon said to bring good luck to its owner. 90% drop rate on stuff for all the wallets. Regalia Cloak. Cloak decorated with rare gemstones, worthy of a person of dignity. It's kind of mediocre, for being honest.
Thank you. Why, hello.
So that used up the classic scarf. I'm gonna buy another one.
Thank you.
Don't be shy. Stop on by.
There was a lot of rain we had last night. It's not too uncommon this time of year. Today's gonna be even hotter on account of all the humidity, so make sure you eat a lot to keep your energy up.
Hey there. What would you like? Come again.
All right, let's move.
Get your
So you're selling new stuff. Thank you for looking after Clem. Your daughter's such a level-headed girl. Oh no, Amani normally acts so pampered. She's only this energetic because Clem's with her. Even yesterday before bed, Clem was all she could talk about. Oh, my boy's been just as eager to play with Amani.
Have your eye on anything in particular?
Saffron biscuit.
Thank you very much.
Did the others go on ahead? Chatting with Munir makes time go by in the blink of an eye. I'd like to buy some more spices. Just a few should be fine. Consume the biscuit.
Wow, this is incredible.
Document the biscuit.
I'll send this review to Van.
Sure, go ahead.
These bright yellow cookies have a saffron scent that whets the appetite. They're filling and non-perishable, so a good choice to use as rations, or grab with a pal on the way home. I'm thinking of going all out for lunch for my family today. There's some ingredients here that are rarely sold in the capital and are sure to make everyone nostalgic. Prices are reasonable too. Maybe I'll buy a variety of things to try. I don't really think about the space program much, but I guess it is bringing in more tourists. At this rate, tomorrow might be as crowded as last year's film festival. It's been too long since we've had a festival. It'll be the perfect time to promote my products. From Central Eastern spices to textiles and shishas, we've got it all. Come on, don't be shy, stop on by. I'm helping out the bazaar again today, even though I'm a little worried about old Nasri. But he'll be the first one to scold me if I get all wishy-washy. Gotta give my all to repay everyone here.
Central Eastern culture is so fascinating.
I'm giving Clem and his dad a tour around the bazaar, now with color commentary by yours truly. This is a secondhand goods shop. You can always find good bargains here. Wow, really? You sure can learn a lot from a local guide. Sniffle. It's nice to see how Clem and Amani have become such good friends. Oh my, how strange. Sniffle. I haven't been able to stop crying. Guess it's just really moving. Or, no, wait. Is it because of the spice they brought from Manir? They must have gotten into my eyes and nose. Sniffle. Amani knows so much. It's fun hearing her talk about hearing her talk all about it. When she's in the bazaar, it's like she's got even more energy. Amani really loves this town. I'm showing Clem and his dad around the bazaar. We went to my mom's shop earlier, but she was too busy talking. They're still talking too. Wonder what about?
Shall we search?
The Forest PG itself is optional. Let's check it out.
Let's see here.
Forest PG on the bulletin board. Righteous Thief Spoils. Have you heard of the righteous thief Ahrens, whom once made this very district into his prowling grounds? Well, I have a clue regarding the location of the treasure he left behind. Interested in a treasure hunt? Then come to the Cultural District's back alleys. I'll tell you more about it there. Fate. Fatih. I thought it was Faith for a second. Looks like another one. Waterway Bounty. According to intel, dangerous monsters, the Hecate sisters, have been sighted in the underground waterways. We would greatly appreciate you taking care of this beast in the guild's stead.
Let's
I will take care of that right now. A fearsome foe. Exterminate.
Pay careful heed. That's no simple foe. If it's a fight you
That's
want...
a fun start. Yeah, our whole thing is kind of abuse shield surge as much as possible. Although I guess right now, speed surge is probably the one to use.
Activating Shark Command. DOC in operation.
We're not through yet.
Give it your best shot.
Let's see. I guess going for damage probably isn't the worst idea.
You have activated skill.
Right behind you.
Now's a great time for a shark boost.
I have your flank covered.
Easy does it.
Engaging skill.
There. Not done.
Engaging
Too
skill.
slow. Keep it up, Nadia.
Fun miss.
DOC activate. I have your flank.
Activating Shark Command.
I should have activated it later. Oopsie daisies.
Doing good.
Make short work of that.
You have the advantage. Press it.
Ah, screw it.
Sacred Seal, empower me.
Make short work of that.
Doing good.
Displaying data.
They're all immune to death blow. That's kind of annoying, but expected.
We're doing good.
They're all far enough away where it's a problem. Impede and resistance is down.
Here we go.
We're doing good.
Activating skill. Seals of mine. Conflicting from the... Boost gauge
Good damage.
limiter removed.
I won't show any mercy.
Activating Shark Command.
Give it your best shot.
Engaging skill. Boost gauge upgraded.
Allow me.
Stay on guard.
Activating skill.
That's one.
Don't burn out.
Oh, true pet boost actually hits herself now.
Just in time.
Pretty sure before it only hit allies. It didn't affect her. Oops. Didn't reactivate shield.
Now I'm mad. Activating charge command. Centurion.
I have your flank covered.
Stay on guard.
Didn't work.
I'll get you for that.
We got this in the bag.
You have the advantage.
Swin is probably gonna die. Damn, 2,000 damage through the half damage. So that'd be like 4,000 damage?
COC activate.
Well, let's use these items, shall we?
I know you. We're not through yet.
We got this in the bag.
Wonderful! You have an Arthur vulnerable to. Wonderful!
Stun
You have an Arthur
and...
vulnerable to.
Activating charge command. Centurion.
Initiating
Hate when
drive.
it's both.
Right behind you.
If we can get lucky,
There's a
remove all debuffs.
I won't show any mercy.
At your will.
Call the shots, Rufus.
Wonderful! You have an Arthur vulnerable to. Activating skill.
You would...
The boost gauge limit has been raised.
I'll get you for that. COC activate.
Alright, now we can actually hit both of them.
Very well. Still ain't done.
We got this in the bag.
At your wish. Certainly. Make it happen, Nadia.
Activating charge command. Centurion.
You're doing good. Here you go. I won't show any mercy.
We almost got one of them.
Don't jump the gun, yeah?
Engaging skill.
I'm on.
Right behind you.
Let's get serious. Make sure for your skill.
There we go.
Here we go.
You're doing good.
You have the advantage. Press it. Here we go, Rufus. COC activate. In I go.
Wonderful!
Okay.
You have the advantage.
COC activate.
We got this in the bag.
Engaging skill.
Not done.
Engaging skill.
On for the road.
Keep it up, Nadia.
Activating charge command. Centurion. For you. Okay.
I'll get you for that.
Here you go.
Here we go, Rufus.
Heavy stun. Let's use it.
The boost gauge limit
Oh,
has
it's
been raised.
ending in a second.
Stay on guard.
I know all there is to know.
Have we seen Nanapalooza so far in this playthrough? I don't think we have.
Hit those boots on the ground, service bears. Okay, charge! Down you go. And finish. What the?
Danganronpa coded S-Craft.
Racking up those macho points, am I right?
Splin's Crosscypher became Cross-Cypher too. Okay.
Up and up.
Still not strong enough.
Got a titanium charm.
Passing marks, I suppose.
Money for our coffers.
Let's do a search.
You haven't entered the guild branch, so we'll start from there. Oh, hello. So they were rescued from the sandstorm then? That's right, saved by the people I was just talking about too. Well, speak of the devil. Sorry to interrupt. Ismail here was just telling me about how you all helped that merchant caravan in the desert. But I won't bother you about the details right now. After all, it looks like you have business with us today. Your haste is appreciated. You're asking if Professor Hamilton was in Darbad last October? No, not that I'm aware of. After all, she was in the east around then, was she not? Oh, this is Ismail. And after leaving from there, I heard she went straight back home to Basel. Someone as important as the professor comes to Darbad, it's usually all the people can talk about. So, even if the guild didn't know, that means she probably came in secret. And so, no, I actually heard there was a bit of trouble with the city's water source around the same time. We were told the professor came all the way out here to fix it, but if you're saying otherwise, you were on the wrong track. Perhaps we should look into whether or not there were any other strange happenings or incidents in October. And that wasn't long after the film festival ended, right? Does anything come to mind? Actually, I think that was about the same time the Institute of Science notified us of an analysis they conducted on the plant we found. Plant? You mean agave? Type they used to make drugs distributed during the film festival, right? Yes, the Guild's Darbad and branch and the Institute of Science were collaborating on a joint investigation on the matter. For a while, we were sending them status updates on those who'd taken the drug during the festival, as well as any residual evidence we collected. Even joined their field researchers on a trip to the cave where the agave was growing en masse. However, the data we collected there ended up being insufficient, given that there weren't any agave clusters outside the cave to compare them to. Yes, which is ultimately why the collaboration continued into late October. But unfortunately, we couldn't. Before we could make any further progress on the investigation, the Institute informed us they would be bringing it to a close. Because they'd already finished their analysis of the evidence? Well, they did manage to learn a lot about the drug itself. They even shared a list of its components with us. But we're at a loss on some of the other important details, like what the agave's preferred habitat is, or whether there are any related species. We suggested to the Institute that we get those questions answered before any others at the start of the investigation, but they told us that analyzing the drug's core components took priority considering the danger it posed. They said they'd continue with the ecological investigation after the component analysis was finished. It's strange they'd have such a sudden change of heart. Someone with authority at the Institute must have ordered them to bring the investigation to a halt. Someone like... That's concerning. Well, at any rate, I think now we've got a better idea of what was going on back then. Thanks for answering all those questions for us. I was investigating that troublesome drug from last year, specifically the plant used in the orbital shishas. I couldn't find any growing naturally outside that cave, but I still managed to get a decent sample. I didn't think it was odd for the Institute of Science to pause their analysis, but looking back on it, it's strange that they didn't conduct a more thorough ecological investigation.
Alright, let's move.
They're calling them shishas now? I thought they were called hookahs. Weren't they orbital hookahs, or was it like a different thing? I just called them the orbital vapes. It's difficult to imagine that Professor Hamilton would have come here last October. If she had made the trip, it would have been for the first time in years. People would have talked about it.
Let's do a search.
Fine. What's this? Hanuman.
That's the way it goes.
Evasion and arts evasion 100% while casting arts. That's an interesting one. That one's like good for a guy who is spamming arts.
Let's do a search.
If we could find one. Sarah and Shahina called out to me as they were passing by earlier. They gave me so much advice about dancing. I thought we were growing apart. That isn't true at all. Alright, time to go practice before I forget everything they taught me. I guess we could set up Nadia as a caster. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be one. 696. Yeah, she's got the highest arts attack out of everybody. Give her innocence and just slot in everything that we need. Pretty much only needs that because she can just cast other stuff. Or other attacks. Refreshing Veil would be useful, though.
Looking to adjust your ordnance? Looking to adjust your ordnance? Skill set updated.
So, in this case, we would want cast 1, 2, and 3 all equipped, if possible.
Skill set updated. Skill set updated.
I forget, what do these ones do? Post delay after arts of some kind. So, unfortunately, that one is very limited. EP cut would be useful. Leon has EP cut 3.
Skill set
Well, now I have EP cut 3. She already deflects hate, so we could just remove this and put on EP cut 2.
Skill set updated.
To, like, cut most of our things in half, pretty much. We don't have the Sepith for the 3rd tier of it, but we'll be fine. I get what Abdul is trying to say, but progress is impossible without challenges. To say they are necessary is all preposterous. Still, we're both old. All we can do is watch the young people overcome their own tribulations. For better or worse, it's up to them to carve out a new era. Society these days has a tendency to pursue novelty and convenience, even the space program thing. We're losing sight of what's important in the process. What reason could we possibly need to go to space? If people keep acting out of greed, they'll someday incur the divine wrath of Arusha.
Shall we search?
That is one of the expectations. Now we have to visit the entertainment district, so let's just get this out of the way. Hi Sarah, hi Shahina. Oh, this is... It would make sense considering the directions they gave us. Sorry, what are we talking about? This is where Hina and Sarah live. Why doesn't Sarah have a nickname? Something they mentioned while we were in the hammam. Yep, they said we could drop by whenever we wanted. I see. Well, since we're already here, why don't we go ahead and say hello? That sounds like a fine idea. Though I'm not sure they're back from the hammam yet.
Wait, am I hearing things or... It was you guys! I thought I heard your voices. Making good on our invitation, are you? Well, come on in!
Such a warm welcome. Thanks, Hina. I hope we're not a bother. Remember to behave yourselves, you two.
Please, there's no need to worry. Just make yourselves at home, alright? Sorry there's not much room. Oh, and why don't I make you all some cold drinks?
So tasty. You said it. It's made with all sorts of fancy fruits and spices, huh? Whatever it is, it definitely helps beat the heat. Man, this stuff's fantastic. Is it a homemade recipe? Yep, it's one of the Central East classic summer staples. It's called Sharbat. My sister's the one who whipped all these up, but I can make them too. I actually used a recipe my mother taught me. They're a lifesaver when dancing in the hot summer heat. I see. Families always got each other's backs one way or another, huh? If I recall correctly, your parents have passed away, no? And I was still just a little kid, too. I don't really remember much about him, honestly, but Sarah's a different story. I'm just thankful I managed to hold on tight to what they passed down to me, even in spite of all we've gone through. But I couldn't have done that without Van and the rest of our guard solutions. Oh, she's got it bad, huh? Yeah, though you gotta admit, being in love's a good look on her. Just makes her all the more adorable. Shahina, he just has all the luck in the world, doesn't he? Don't know if I'd call it luck, really. His personality just kind of reels you in. Then he starts helping you with things and... Oh, are you gonna finish that, Kevin? I'm still working on it. I heard you two had been traveling for business recently, but your house is unexpectedly tidy. Did you perhaps hire a cleaning service of some sort? No way, our neighbors just insist on house sitting for us while we're gone. They've really done a lot for us over the years. We always gotta bring back a bunch of souvenirs to repay them. But it's always fun picking out something for them. Living here is truly wonderful. It's home in all the ways you can imagine. Guess that means that homecoming show of yours is gonna be a real sensation then. You bet. We're gonna give it the best we've got. But wish Fairy, Agnes, and Van could come see it too, though. That would be nice, having Judith and everyone else there. Perhaps even the professor as well. Huh? By the professor, do you mean... Alrighty then, we shouldn't overstay our welcome now, should we? Come on, time to pack it up, kiddos. After all, we gotta let these two get to practicing for their big show. You'll be rehearsing later, right? Oh, yep, right by the Oasis. It won't be a proper performance, of course, but if you're interested, you're more than welcome to watch. Plus, knowing that friends of Van are in attendance will give us just the push we need to perfect our routines. Got it. We'll definitely be there then. Take care of yourselves, you two. The temperature is expected to rise in the afternoon. Hey, Rapscallion, why'd you pull us out of there? I think we stumbled into information on his target. That's right, but we can't just go diving into that info without a plan now, can we? On a separate note, you two have been through Archive Solutions case files, right? Ever find anything that could connect the sisters to our person of interest? No, we didn't. All we know is that Van and the others helped them deal with the incident here in Tharbad, while she went to the east after the incident in Basel. Additionally, however, during the anomaly which occurred in Edith last December, Tsar and Shahina were said to have been in the capital, meaning they very well may have had a chance to establish a bond with their target. Though I suppose they could have met during the events that you and Swin were involved in as well. Putting that aside, how you just happen to know all that, I'm not really seeing any solid connections, Onionator. Onionator. That must mean we're missing a piece of the puzzle. A piece that even Ben and the others are unaware of. I believe the answers may lie with Dingo. Sounds about right. Though I'm going to argue that our main concern at the moment should be the presence of the princess. But no use jumping the gun just yet. Let's just go and watch the girls' practice performance, and after, we can start looking into things. Awfully cunning of you. Roger Dodger, but you know, Kevin, I'm starting to get the feeling this villain bit of yours isn't really an act after all. You got me. Kevin? Cunning? I'd say that describes you far more than it does him, Rufus. Yes, well, though my cunning is born from my inherently wicked nature, I'm not quite so sure Kevin's as heartless as he portrays himself to be. He's a good guy deep down, and he knows it.
How about a shard search?
Oh, thanks for coming to see our performance last night. It's a little embarrassing, though. No, it was great. The girls that danced after you were cool, too. Your dancing is definitely an art, Sarah. It's easy to see why Arkansas wants to collaborate with you. Oh, please, I'm still in training. The look on your face says it all. I really hope a certain someone could watch me dance in that costume. No way, don't be silly. Ellipses. That damn Arkwright, he'll toy with anyone. At least he can't be as bad as Rain. I mean, what are you gonna do? They are as dense as a sack of bricks. Remember Vivan's crew? Fairy started wearing summer clothes and even let her hair grow out a little. Yeah, we just saw her recently. Yeah, she looked cute. Fairy's always been pretty, but now she's showing off her girly side. She's just 14, right? Bet she'll be a real beauty when she grows up. Yeah, but I'm not gonna let her beat me. Let's both do our best, Nadia, so that we can reach Agnes's level. That hurdle might be too high. Good grief. You like Nadia just the way she is, right? I guess. Growing too, aren't you? You're still growing too, aren't you? Count on it.
How dull.
She can literally just request a body to the exact specs that she desires. It's technically cheating.
Let's give this a whirl.
We don't need that.
There's
Unfortunate.
quite a lot of fish here.
Let's give this a whirl.
Quicksilver carp. Unfortunate.
Ooh, fishies!
I'm so happy we don't have to go to the Grim Garden right now. A Central Eastern dance, huh? Apparently it's completely different from Eastern styles. I'm looking forward to it. It truly expresses the region's climate and history. Even if the subject matter's similar, the vibe is totally different, you know? It's like cooking. It seems that way, but it's especially convincing the way you say it, Meishan. You said something similar about Central Eastern cuisine, too. That even if the ingredients are the same, the use of spices alone changes it completely from Eastern cooking. Sorry, I can get a little carried away. But isn't it interesting, the way their individual environments foster differences? Certainly, but it can be frustrating. Unlike cooking or dancing, my line of work doesn't have a clean corollary in the Central East. Really? There must be something if you look for it. I'm but a layman in the realm of dance, but even so, I feel as if I can sense the culture it's cultivated. It's hard to say without having seen it, but I'm looking forward to the show. We just toured the city's culinary hotspots, and I've gotta say, Meishan's knowledge of cooking is something else. He's been studying the differences between Eastern and Central Eastern spices to find out what makes them so good. It was quite a bit of fun. Perhaps we should have another bite. We might have a little time before the performance. Weren't they in Basel before? I heard some dancers will be performing here later. Apparently they were in some movies. I'm learning ballet, so I know a little bit about dancing. I wonder what traditional Eastern dance is like. Can't wait to find out. Central Eastern dancing, huh? I came with Mina to see it, but I don't know. I don't really understand the culture behind that stuff. Same with ballet. Would I even get it if I saw it? Hello there. We got space program merchandise for sale. According to the government, the program is nearly at its climax. It's hard not to be over the moon. Funny. The rainy season it's the rainy season in Tharbad right now, so of course we're getting rain. But it's not sandstorm season. What's up with that? They should have died down when the rain started. I was gonna lead a tour of the dunes, but it sounds like the sandstorm's real bad. Should I call it off? If I cancel, it'll be a real hit to our finances. If only there was something special I could take them to instead.
Shall we search?
Yeah, we're almost done here. The locals are still going on about how the oasis dried up 20 years ago. Apparently it hasn't dried up since, thanks to Professor Hamilton's construction. I remember people being surprised it only took a dozen or so engineers. Can't say I know the details, but they must have used some incredible technology. Literally warping reality. The city's even livelier today. You can tell people's spirits are lifted. I don't really understand the pros and cons of the space program, but it turns out to be a momentous day. Then I'll offer a prayer of thanks to Arusha. The world's water and land, the sun, even our destiny, all of them are blessings from the goddess. Professor Hamilton's been to Tharbad several times. He came 20 years ago when the Hal Oasis was drying up. I guess it's probably Hale, not Hal, like, Hal. and she's been checking in on Tharbad recently, offering inspections and technical help. She stopped by at this temple too. She's been deeply faithful and dedicated. The way she lives her life is a lot like those of the clergy, in some respects. Ellipses.
Come out wherever you are.
Has the respect of everybody. Unfortunately, she's a heretic and she needs to die. Or at least be questioned. And then killed. But, yeah, I have a flight tomorrow, so I am going to be calling it a little bit earlier than I normally do. It's only 11 o'clock. But, yeah, I'm going to be out from, tomorrow till Friday, and I did make a comment on how I was thinking of bringing my, like, streaming equipment. But I have so much crap I have to bring for work that I kind of don't want to pack all that extra crap into there. So we're just going to call it, and I'll be back either Friday or Saturday. We'll see. But until next time, have a good night.